Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Go until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eyes, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart, breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun. Oh, but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eyes, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, well, Noms was here a moment ago, and now she's gone. To you one and all, I say, hello, friends. How the heck's it going? Good to see you. Welcome. A lovely Saturday morning here in Streamerland. A lovely Friday evening, probably in the rest of the world. Hopefully your work week has ended nicely. You're getting ready for the weekend ahead. No, it's Saturday here. Yeah, Friday there. Good. I briefly worried I was saying it was your week over. We have one more day left. But no, you made it. Congratulations. Hopefully you're ready for some relaxation, some hanging out, some having some good times. Brossi, it's good seeing you. Paul Harvey, welcome back. Good day. Hello to Chem Story and Silent. Jim, good to see you, my friend. Sakotera, how we doing? Hello. I almost said hello, Resorty. Hi, Resorty.
Hello, Resorty.
Hello, Pepper. Good to see you. And Noms, welcome back.
Hello.
How the heck are you doing?
I'm all right. I've had so many dinners out this week.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Noms has taken multiple dinners without me.
Yeah.
Fancy dinners with fancy people.
Yeah, fancy places that we would actually never really go in real life.
Yeah. You said one of which was, do you want to talk about them in detail or?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Well, not like super detail.
Right.
Yeah, because if I start going into super detail, you're like, oh, okay, time for me to walk away from my stream and use the bathroom and make coffee and have myself a time while somebody else is doing my job. It's like if you were an old man on the street conducting traffic, and I was like, oh, look at your cool lightsaber. And you'd be like, Harry, do you want to look at it? And I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then you just walk away. And here I am doing your job.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I mean, it is the case that...
Should I do that? I like that idea.
Which part? Just taking over people's jobs randomly?
No. If I like somebody's like, ooh, can I see that email? And I say, here you go. And then I just walk away like, you gotta respond to it now. Haha.
That's nice. That's very nice. Yeah.
Do.
If you can find a way to throw off your work, to force it on somebody else, sounds amazing.
Foist it.
Foist it. What did I say? Force it? I mean, that's fine too. Force it. Your problem now. With force. Oh. Foist it, whichever way. Hello, friends. Good to see you all indeed. Many people saying hi. Hello, Eka. How's it going, my friend? Good seeing you today, Dagel. Hello to Ink. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So, I don't know. They might, they might care about one place that I went and had dinner at this past week because it was featured in a movie, which I think I have seen.
Cool. Fuzzy Rubric, thank you for the resubscription. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here with us. Wondering, what are we playing today, Noms? Noms, what game are we playing today?
Stellaris. That's what it says on the screen. What?
Apparently Noms has no whimsy today. Fuzzy Rubric, can't you read? It says Stellaris. Don't you see Stellaris?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were answering a question. I was like, why are we suddenly changing topics? But we weren't changing topics.
It's the cute little once a month subscription message.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of playful banter sometimes.
Yeah. And it was addressed to me.
It was. I was reading aloud what the chat said.
Yes. I did get the cheat sheet because otherwise it's. I believe you told me that it was Stellaris, but otherwise it's just featured in one little square there.
It's all right. No worries at all.
Oh boy.
Konnichiwa indeed, Cosmoro. Hope every good day. Good to see you in Fred. Indeed, in here indeed, Fred. Welcome.
Well, I wanted to talk about my restaurant.
Yeah, I'd like you to talk about your restaurant. Please feel free.
So the restaurant I went to was featured, I believe, in Kill Bill.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I have to go back and try to find the scene because I want to see it.
Can you tell us a little bit about what kind of scene it may have been? I've seen Kill Bill years ago. People are sitting and eating in a restaurant, and one of them begins complaining about tipping culture, and they spend a long time talking about tipping culture, and then one says to the other, "Just pay the tip, man. Just pay the tip."
That Sounds like it would be in Pulp Fiction. Was it also in Kill Bill?
It's actually in Reservoir Dogs, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, or they start talking about what a Big Mac is called in that country, and it's called a Royale with cheese.
There you go. There you go.
Or it's a quarter pounder, sorry. Quarter pounder.
No worries. Hey, Bola, how we doing? This actually might be a big fight scene. What is the restaurant like?
The restaurant is kind of, it looks traditional Japanese, what one might consider traditional Japanese, and I think there are some chair seating, but it's usually like floor seating with an elevated floor. It had 2 stories, so there was there was like a little bar on the first floor, and then there was seating, and then there was like a second floor with more seating, but it was kind of like it was open in the middle. And the seating was kind of around.
I realized that while you're describing, we in fact have a machine in front of us that can show pictures of this place. Would you like me to pull a picture of the Kill Bill scene or of the restaurant or?
Well, I don't know the Kill Bill scene, so.
Okay.
It looks like the great fight scene place, as they all say. It's where Lucy Liu gets killed.
Spoilers. Goodness, spoilers.
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
So I probably have seen it then.
Probably. So what kind of restaurant is it? You described it's a large open space, multiple floors, but...
Multiple floors. There was a taiko drum on the...
Wait, just a drum or a drummer also?
No, there was no drummer. There were just like... But it was part of the decorations.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it is a touristy place in my sense. It may have become touristy because it was set because it was in a movie, but I think they have a number of different locations.
Number of different what? I'm sorry.
Locations.
Yep.
And can I say where it was? I mean,
it's not our house, so sure.
Yeah,
it's in Tokyo.
I was gonna say I basically said where it was. So it's a place called Gonpachi.
Gonpachi.
And it's the Nishi Azabu location.
Oh,
which
Azabu. Fancy.
Fancy. But it's Nishi Azabu.
Yeah.
Did the same band? There was no band, but oh my gosh, it's like I was telling Resorti that it's like going to Moe's, but much bigger. Like when you walk in and then they yell things to each other about how there's like a group going upstairs, and when you walk in they yell at you too, and
yeah, this feels in some measure like profoundly un-Japanese to me.
Yeah. It's so loud in there.
So there's a lot of place, not just in the workers, but also in the guests.
Yeah.
The guests are the eaters.
Yeah. It was so loud, and then so the wait staff all yelled to each other joyously about like who's here and what they're ordering and what they're drinking. I can't.
Wait, like in this sense, like this lady right here, she ordered the yakitori.
No, I think it's more like I think that's how they're transmitting orders to.
Oh, maybe. I see. Okay.
I don't know, but yeah, there's so much yelling, and then they're pumping in like Western music.
Oh, okay.
So there was like, it was like everybody's favorite pop station was playing in the background. So there was like a Bohemian Rhapsody, there was some Bob Dylan, there was like rando jukebox was playing.
So you suggested it looks in some measure like traditional Japanese.
Yeah.
But then what's happening inside is that kind of touristy, including the music.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Is literally the restaurant. Is that what it was like in Kill Bill 2, where like people are yelling? So in that case, yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. And then they mentioned the band in Kill Bill. I think it was a band of young women, maybe like a rock and roll band of young women with some number name, like the 5, 6, 7, 8s or 7, 8, 9, 10s. I don't remember it exactly, but yeah.
No, there was no band. But it is just very loud, very boisterous. So, my boss at one point got up so we were there because we had guests in town, right? It's not like we decided, those of us from work just decided to go to this touristy restaurant, but no, we had guests in town, which is why we took them there, because it's part of like a Tokyo experience. But at one point my boss got up and he decided to play like a trivia game with each table with like prizes.
What's wrong with your boss?
No, it was kind of funny, right? It's kind of funny.
Welcome, honored guests. Play trivia. Do.
No, I mean, they're kind of younger guests, so it's like, it was more like fun.
Yeah.
But it was like this side of the table versus this side of the table. Who knows the answer to da, right?
Yeah.
But it was, and he can project fairly loudly,
Sure.
but he had to like really go like loud just to be heard
Wow.
by people who were like 10 feet away from him.
I don't think I'd
It
like
was
their.
super loud.
I don't think they're already too loud. Too loud.
Yeah, because I sat next to somebody and he was talking, I guess, at what would be normal volume for
Yeah.
him, and I was having a hard time hearing him.
That's rough. That's rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't her boss my boss? No, Twitch chat, you're my boss. But yeah, her president is, let's see, I have a program coordinator, and then her, and then him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. But the food is also like traditional Japanese.
Yep.
So it's like yakitori and like it's like everything on a
On a stick.
yeah. So that's the thing about gonpachi. I think it's like food on a stick, baked or cooked over a flame, and So we got like the set meal or something, right? Because there was like 15 people or something. So I think they ordered ahead of time to say, okay, we're gonna have like this many people. We're just gonna do the set meal, and it was nomi hodai.
Oh, all you can drink.
Hi.
Keep on drinking.
Yeah. So we, but yeah, it was like it was just course after course after course where they would bring out enough of one thing on a stick for everybody.
Ah, I see.
But first there was like a little appetizer tray of like 3 different kinds of appetizers, but those were like Japanese appetizers. So they were like pickles and pickled fish, I think. It might have been squid. And then there was like, what was it? And then there was a sushi course. And then there was like some meat courses, and there were some tempura.
What I'm hearing is this one of those fancy dinners where you have to give up on the vegetarian thing entirely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Noms has it occasionally where they just do not consider the fact that anyone could be vegetarian. They just go ahead and include noms. That's nice.
Well, I am not sure that the particular group that invited me from our institution there. Well, sometimes they know that I'm vegetarian, sometimes they don't. I think it's like, or half of the team I think knows and the other half doesn't. So half of the team that regularly feeds me I think knows I'm vegetarian. The other half that does not regularly feed me does not know this.
You should make a huge scene. You should make a gigantic scene, demanding satisfaction, ask for the big bows down on the floor.
Yeah, I was thinking last night at my fancy dinner that I was going to be fed meat. But I sat down and at my place setting it said, there was a big green card that said veg.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
So I went to Gonpachi. I also went to this other place with another group of guests because now that the borders are open and it's summer in America, all the guests are coming. So last week I went to this place called Tofuya Ukai at the base of Tokyo Tower, which is the thing that looks like the Eiffel Tower.
But red.
Yep. Yeah. It's featured in all the photos of Tokyo, and so I went there last week, and that was also fancy. And there they knew I was vegetarian because I think the president, my boss, set up that dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like mostly tofu-based dishes, but the meat eaters got sushi, whereas I got vegetable-based sushi.
Nice.
And they got Wagyu beef, and I got something. I forgot.
Yeah.
But so many fancy multi-course dinners.
It's amazing. And then go ahead.
Yeah, last Saturday I also had a fancy multi-course dinner where I ate what was put before me because this was presented by a different school.
Yes.
But it was delicious. The fish was delicious.
Yeah, and then last night you also had the big fancy fundraising meal for the university.
Yeah.
Where you went and partied all night long. In the past week or so, you've had like 4 really big out there dinners.
Yeah.
And I sat at home and I had a sandwich.
I've also been fed lunch repeatedly because we had guests in town.
You have been. It's exciting. I'm glad.
So many bentos.
Yeah, it's nice that part of the routine for you is is getting to go out and not just talk about the school, but also show people the kind of experience that students would have here, the kind of hospitality they'd be exposed to.
Yes, they would be eating at gonpachi every night, surely.
Surely not the case, but they would at least have this available to them as one more thing they could do while in Japan. And as I understand it, many of these are activities meant to encourage people to send their students to us in the future, to fundraise, this kind of thing. So it's good. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, I think all of the guests that we had here from the States very much had like a Tokyo tourist experience. Yeah. And I think it's funny because we never have had that because we just came and we're working.
Yep.
But yeah.
That's some nice stories. Thank you for the nice story about food.
Yeah, all of my food. Oh, we have show and tell too.
Wait. Let me. So this has been today so far. Little Nom's got home really late last night.
Because I was at my fancy dinner.
Yeah. And so we didn't have our normal talk time. And so this morning, Nom's has been monologuing, is what the word I've used. So I appreciate that. This is a case where I'm not necessarily needed here. But let me quickly say hi to a couple people, and then we'll get back to the stories. Very good.
Okay.
Gio, it's awesome seeing you. Hope things are good for you back in the U.S. now. Civilian, welcome. Sim, hello. Hope you're having a good day. Gary, hi, friend. Thank you all for being here. I'll mention that we are in the midst of our opening chit-chat time with Noms, getting to catch up on what she's up to this week, and just hanging out a little bit. Should be nice. And then we'll get back to, or go to Stellaris after a little while here. Got to continue that playthrough. All right, enough about Stellaris, enough about hello. Back to, not quite, hello Duvel.
Yeah.
Back to the Noms show. Go Noms, go.
Wagyu tofu, that's kind of a good idea. So, last night I won a few things too at our fundraising dinner.
Yeah, so it was one of those like sort of big standard fundraisers in which there was a silent auction, there were raffles, there was a called
Live
auction.
action.
Yeah. All to raise school money for the school.
Yeah. So I sat next to somebody who was like from a Japanese high school, and he's like, I take it these things are common in the U.S. And I said, yeah, I guess so, because it was in the middle of the raffle and the live auction, and things were going kind of crazy. And I think this is probably the case at every live auction where you have a caller who's like jokey and making jokes and trying to get the price up and stuff.
Yeah, at our last school, the caller was the local cattle auction caller.
Yeah.
Usually would call
desserts.
Yeah, called desserts instead, right?
Yeah.
Instead of saying like this I almost said horse. This steer has some gigantic amount of pounds, and said, "Look, it's a beautiful chocolate cake. How much for chocolate cake?" And people would end up paying hundreds of dollars for that chocolate cake as a fundraiser. But here in Japan, philanthropy isn't really a thing.
Yeah.
The idea of just giving money to somebody or buying something through raffle or through bidding is just not really common, which is
I mean, I think raffles must be common, but probably not for philanthropy, because we've done garapons, right?
Yeah, those are such small potatoes, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So many of the giveaways here are like, hey, you've won 10 cents off an item, or 10 yen off an item.
Yeah.
Or you got the grand prize, you get 200 yen, which is about $1.80 or so.
Or here is a sticker.
Exactly. It's exciting, it's very nice, it's very, very, very generous of them, but it feels insignificant compared to U.S. giveaways usually, which are like, even at the grocery store, $500 in a gift card.
Yeah,
that
that's
kind of thing.
true. Our old grocery store used to do like a monthly giveaway, right? Yep. And one of the things, so I think they did a weekly giveaway where you could win like, this is very Midwestern, right? You can win like a case of soda.
Yes. Once a week, you put your receipt in, case of soda.
Yeah. And then at the end of the month, you got like some sort of gift certificate.
Exactly right. The grand prize, absolutely.
Yeah. But remember at our last place, you just said that some of the desserts would go for hundreds of dollars.
It's true.
Oh yeah. Now that we are in Tokyo, the live auction is thousands of dollars. I did not raise my hand.
I mean, that said, they are auctioning off things of substantial worth.
Yeah.
Not just like a local cake.
Yeah.
I do, just for the sake of humor, I wonder how a dessert auction would go here. Like, would people get the vibe of it? Because often they were purchased for a table then to share together.
Yeah.
And so, a table would spend 100 $800, $1,000 to get grandma's chocolate pie and then eat it right there, knowing that they're a good thing together. People would throw money together, or gosh, you were sitting at the table of the local banker, you were getting a pie that night. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
We're here. I don't know if people would understand like just the kind of flow of it.
Yeah.
Or if it'd be, that appears to have $4 of ingredients in it. $5 for your time.
Yeah, or they might say, oh, it must be from a very famous Tokyo bakery.
Right.
Like with a Michelin chef or something, right?
Yeah.
Because we do have Michelin restaurants now here. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
They this was part of the silent auction, but there was like the part of the live auction was actually a dinner at a Michelin restaurant. Tour d'Argent.
Oh.
Yeah.
So French. So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. With like a wine pairing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you did get involved in silent auctions?
I did. Because the silent auction, I'm more accustomed to, because I have done that before at previous schools.
Yes.
So I'm like, I know how to do this.
Yeah, if people don't know silent auctions, do you want to quick rundown?
So there's an item, and then there's a base price, and then there's like a little sheet of paper, and you can write your name and how much you will pay for it.
Yeah.
And then you keep coming back throughout the night to see if anybody has outbid you if you really, really want that item.
Yeah, I believe at an art auction we spent time at a decade ago, maybe longer.
Yeah.
You wanted some art piece so badly that you stood next to the sheet of paper.
I didn't stand next to it. I stood a reasonable distance away, but I kept my eyeballs on the sheet of paper.
Yeah, close enough that if anyone went and wrote a number, you would go write another number.
Yeah.
You wanted it that badly.
Yeah, I don't...
But not so badly that you put an outrageous bid on, so to just...
No.
Because you want to nickel and dime your way to the top.
Yeah, because I still want a good deal, man.
Of course, this is the important part of you. Nom's bit of a cheapskate. A bit of a good deal seeker.
Good deal seeker, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bargain bin. So I put silent auction bids on two things. Last year, I brought home a bunch of Amazon goods, and so I was instructed not to bid on the Amazon items this year.
She was also instructed not to bid on the gentleman's undergarment set.
Oh, yeah.
I do not know where they get these prizes from, but they had like a women's lingerie fitting and spa day or something like that.
There was no spa day. It was just a lingerie fitting.
It was some sort of fitting and then like a couple, like maybe a tea or some kind of thing that goes with it. And the other side was a set of men's underwear. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Those are the two things I would have quit the relationship over. No more time for this.
Even if I got myself a lingerie
Oh, no, that's
fitting?
fine. I said, like, no, I would never divorce you. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I bid on two things. They were both hotel stays.
Yeah.
And one of them had an outdoor bath as part of the room.
Fancy.
These usually go for like over $500 a night. Like if you went and you just booked it, it would be over $500 a night.
That's like a hot tub on a balcony in some measure.
Yeah. Because I knew that you would like it.
Thank you.
So I bid on the cheapest one of those. And then I also bid on a 2-night stay at a hotel in Yokohama.
Yeah.
Because we still haven't been, and it's not too far, and it also looked like it was affordable.
Yeah.
And I got my 2-night stay in Yokohama.
Congratulations.
So we will be doing that at some point in time.
I look forward to it. It has to be done by the end of the year, so we can't sit on that one.
And it comes with breakfast.
Oh, love breakfast. Love breakfast a lot.
Yeah.
All right, friends, we have an ad break coming in 30 seconds.
Oh, no. Okay. Sorry.
We'd like to reenact that one. I kind of enjoyed that.
Okay.
Friends, we...
Oh, no!
You're great. All right, do you want to talk through the ad break, or should we do a little crossword time? What are you feeling?
I don't know.
What are you feeling? Do you feel like crossword right now, or are you not feeling it?
No.
Okay, in that case, we're going to keep talking. Don't you worry. It won't be anything you'll be sad to have missed. It's all right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the vacation with the...
Yeah, I haven't looked up the hotel, though. Who knows what it is.
So I know that some of the hotels that were being offered were like oceanfront.
We didn't, no.
It's not the one, okay.
We had, no, our hotel is advertised as having a view of the Minato Mirai, which is something in Yokohama. I don't know what it is, but, yeah. No, the oceanfront ones I did not win.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Ocean adjacent. We're on an island. What do you want?
It's oceanfront property in Arizona. Yeah.
Very nice. That's it. It is Yokohama, and Yokohama is a port city, right?
It is.
So there is an ocean.
Yeah, it's one of the big cities that always had immigrants and things coming into it.
Ah,
right?
I see. Yeah. Yokohama is the one that's just over the river from us, right?
Yeah. It's
okay.
like a 30-minute train ride. It's or if you took the Shinkansen, like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's super close.
It's the one that when people are putting together the list of the most populous cities in Japan, occasionally Yokohama is subsumed as part of Tokyo. Yeah, I do wonder if they will ever actually subsume it.
Yeah, because a lot of our colleagues live there.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And because you can get in 30 minutes. Which
On
is
one train. Yeah.
Yeah, which is about as... No, well, depends where you live.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But it's about as long as it takes others of our colleagues who live on the other side of Tokyo to get in.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
So,
it's so much cheaper. The minute you get past that river, prices... Yeah.
Some people really like the feel of Yokohama, so I think it'll be interesting to see what it's like. Well, because it's very, like, multicultural, I think, because it's had so many... It's a port city.
When I'm shaking my head saying I wouldn't like it, I don't want multiculturalism.
Yeah.
Too much driving. It's definitely a driving city in the parts we've been in.
Yeah.
Like, in the area we'll be staying, I'm sure it's very walkable, etc.
Minato-Miura is a port/beachfront.
So we'll be able to see the port, but not the water.
I do not know. I do not know. I think they mean to say beach side or ocean side as opposed to city side.
That's great. I'm sure it'll be nice regardless.
I mean, I feel like I got it for a steal, though. It's 2 nights, and it's less than we paid for 2 nights. Maybe it's the same as we paid for 2 nights at our place in Osaka.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the school made money, though. Hopefully some students are well helped by this money or something.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, some of the silent auction things, like I said, were thousands of dollars. So.
That's really great. I don't want to go too far into this for fear of doxing ourselves, but were the people who are getting the big prizes or making the big bids, were they people who were directly associated with the school, like people on the board of trustees, or were they people that you did not know personally?
I wasn't paying close attention to the live auction. As I told you, because I was busy going to the silent auction, because I didn't get to that before dinner, they called the last bids for silent auction, and I had to rush over there. As a result of which, I had to abandon my dinner, and then I got hung up over there talking to people. And so by the time I got back, I had 2 or 3 courses that I had to make up for, so I was busily eating while also trying to not look like I was busy eating.
Yeah.
Like, I was shoveling while still trying to look respectable.
I see. Yeah, I think the reason I'm wondering is just, I'm curious if our school is building up a base of philanthropy step by step, or if it's people who are already in the American conception of philanthropy, who are then bidding on things.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big ticket items, I think, are the latter.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
They're not necessarily American, but they're
They're part of the philanthropy network already.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. I think so.
Yeah, this is one of those like cross-cultural moments that I didn't anticipate coming here. Like I knew there would be moments of different understanding of classroom behavior, different understanding of language certainly, but things like how do you support universities? Is it state appropriations, which in the case of Japanese schools, yes.
Yeah.
Is it the case that mostly supported by tuition payments, charity, somewhere in between? Yeah, it's different in a really fascinating way, because there's not any particular argument I can offer that says like, American way of doing it is more, better, good.
Yeah.
It's just recognition of like the institutional structures throughout Japan that support or discourage these kind of things.
Now that said, when the war in Ukraine started, there were a lot of fundraisers for Ukraine here.
There were, yeah. It seems that the Japanese folks do respond to like particular needs. There are seen as being, I think, one time or short term.
Yeah, because it's probably in the Japanese conception, as I would assume lots of Europe might be, that if there is a need and it is important, it would regularly be supported by, I don't know, the state or somebody. Like, it should just have funding. It shouldn't be... There shouldn't... The onus of funding something that people want shouldn't be on...
individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the case of the Ukrainian war, the state is having a rough time over there. And so then the people step in to support the state.
Yeah.
That's super interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't have the right background to have any generalizations off that, but that's really cool.
I want to know who sounded like Krusty the Clown. Was that me?
No. I occasionally laugh uproariously in ways that are probably, frankly, kind of embarrassing. And Gore, good seeing you, or Core, good seeing you. But yeah, my laugh was somewhat Krusty the Clown-esque. I'm actually wanting to audition for that role on The Simpsons. The years are going by.
It's still there, though.
It's still on?
Simpsons are still there.
I want to know if it'll be on after decades from now. I'm ready to step in for, is that Dan Castellaneta?
Oh, he does Krusty the Clown, too?
Does he? He may not.
He does Homer.
Yeah, does he? Is it Harry Styles?
Harry Styles.
Harry Shearer.
Harry Styles does the voice of Krusty the Clown.
Yeah. Did Japan do natural disaster fundraising? I don't know. I know that.
I think it does.
I know there's huge amounts of government funding for natural disasters here. Like, it puts FEMA to shame. How much money and how much built-in disaster preparation there is everywhere.
When you live on an island.
Yeah, I think exactly it. We're in the U.S., there's always a sense that we can bring in help from elsewhere. Where I think here in Japan, the expectation is that every place is immediately prepared for everything, and then there also is brought in. But I'm not sure about explicit cash fundraising then.
Yeah, I just remember that, this is an example of one instance, but I remember that when Kumamoto had an earthquake many years ago, they started using the Kumamon mascot on lots of products.
Right.
And the proceeds from that would go to Kumamoto Prefecture.
That's nice.
But...
Yeah, Kumamon, the mascot of a prefecture. That's right. We don't have state trees and state flowers here. We have mascots.
He's so cute. He's this black bear. He's so cute.
Yeah, but every neighborhood, every school has a mascot, and
even companies.
Companies have mascots. It's something I don't.
And they're
I don't
all
understand.
So cute.
There are too many of them, though. You'll recall that some years back, the American comedian Conan O'Brien did a Conan in Japan series where he decided to make his own Conan O'Brien mascot and have it go interact with other kinds of
I vaguely remember this.
mascots, and apparently went pretty poorly in some cases and hilariously in others.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Conan mascot, I think, was a naked little baby with a dumb Conan head, maybe. I don't remember exactly, but that's how it goes. I should get a mascot? Maybe. Probably not. No, seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Hey, Gio. Gio was in Japan recently. You found that train stations had gallons of drinkable water stored. Yeah, Gio. A lot of businesses, a lot of public spaces. Yeah, your school have food and water and hard hats and disaster backpacks. Each house is supposed to be ready for disaster also. We still have not done a good job on that, but... Yeah, it is a real shift. I mean, it reminds me in some measure of how it was in the U.S. Back when there was fear of nuclear attack.
Oh, yeah.
So I worked for a while in a middle school as summer help, and they had a fallout shelter that was still full of these giant drums that would have been full of water. They were now dry entirely, but... Yeah, disaster preparation here is not an afterthought or a further consideration. It's one of the primary decisions in every new construction.
Yeah, and I think it's I remember the John Oliver one, by the way.
Oh, sorry, it is John Oliver.
Yeah.
It's not Colonel
I
Barnes,
remember that.
John Oliver is who I meant, yeah.
What was I going to say about disaster preparedness?
We're not prepared. We're going to be a burden on our neighbors.
Yeah.
we got to fix this. See, Daigle, who I think you said you're in Taiwan, maybe, is ready to go. Got 2 bags ready to go. We have, I don't know, a box of Ritz crackers and a cat.
Well, I remember one of my coworkers' moms, her mom is Japanese. She chided her for not having 3 months or 6 weeks or something worth of food in her house. And her mom said to her, you live on the top floor of your building, which is probably 3 or 5 stories or something like that. So if there's an earthquake, you will be on the top, so you will survive. So you need to have food in your apartment, is what her mom told her.
Maybe. I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and then one of our colleagues who is from America, when they were doing disaster preparedness, when they came and they moved into their apartment, they're like, oh, we need to do disaster preparedness. And one of the first things they bought was a bag of rice.
Yeah, sure.
In a disaster, how are you going to cook your rice?
Wait, don't they have those camp stoves? Because definitely the disaster preparation
I
areas.
don't think they. Oh, okay. The disaster preparation areas have camp stoves.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, what are you gonna do with a bag of rice?
This is why when I first saw the disaster preparation areas in the grocery or the department stores here, I thought it was a camping area. I was like, whoa, these people are so into camping that every big store has a camp. But no, it actually is
yeah.
disaster preparation with tents, and you get all these things, you're ready to go.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I would just buy a bunch of calorie mates. Because I feel like nothing will kill the calorie mate.
May I just highlight what's happened here?
Hi?
The Japanese people do not know how to do disaster preparation correctly. We who lived here a year, we know how to do disaster preparation correctly.
Calorie mate. No, it's not the Japanese people. It was another American who moved here who decided to buy raw rice. Also, lots of bugs get into rice.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know that it's... Yeah, but at our school we have a bunch of like what is that, MREs? Or like, they're basically blocks.
Yep.
They're blocks that are high calorie, that are calorie dense.
The kind of thing you'd see in that movie Snowpiercer, or some other dystopian movie about like, you're eating smushed up bugs now, yum. Yeah.
Although I heard that one of our colleagues liked to eat the expired ones of those, and I'm like, I heard they taste bad, so why would he like to eat that?
I mean, he was a fellow of, I think, very low taste in general. Like, he seemed to just kind of shovel in whatever. And so I think it kept his mouth busy, and so he was happy, most likely.
Yeah, because I have some in my... So my office also has, like, water, hard hat, first aid kit, and those bars. I think the bars and the water are expired. And so you're supposed to, if they're expired, I'm supposed to give them back to our facilities people. And they're supposed to give me new ones. Have I done this? No.
Yeah, also,
how does water expire? I bet the plastic in which they are bottled is what is that? BPA?
I don't know.
They're like the regular plastic bottles. They're probably leaching all sorts of bad things into the water.
Maybe that's why it leaches then. Maybe that's why you have to get it replaced then. But I want to point out, like, yes, we had the disaster preparation day. We had an emergency drill at the school, and we had an earthquake. Very exciting. The earthquake bad enough you had to abandon ship all the way through. All the good Japanese people went out into the middle of the courtyard.
They've been doing this since they were 5.
It's true. Wearing their backpacks, have their hard hats on. Little Noms over here, nope. It's just a day having to walk outside.
Yeah, I treated it like a Midwesterner treats a tornado watch. Now, our last place had been hit by a tornado, so they were pretty serious about their tornado, what are those called? Drills?
Yeah.
But I remember when I was a kid, like, every year we used to have to do these drills, and I think everyone treated it kind of like a joke, like, ooh, time to go walk out in the hall and hang out in the hall for a little bit.
What I mean to say, though, is that the Japanese folks, even though they've been doing this since they're 5 years old, they still do it correctly all the way through. Yeah, I mentioned, when the earthquake practice alarm went off, like, all of my Japanese students immediately stood up and stood on the tables, like, in one very smooth motion. There was no moment of like, haha, this is ridiculous, this is dumb, that's a guy's voice, that's not an earthquake. They were just totally doing what they do. And then my American students hurried down too, and then I got down there also, and I had to call roll underneath the table, as you do. All very exciting.
I think I was sitting at my desk typing an email, and then I was finally like, because I'm on the team for my floor, I had to go around and like make sure that nobody was in the bathroom, and like I had to clear the rooms. Yeah,
so which is to say that you were part of the leadership team of this drill, and you were not leading by example. Your unseriousness is going to be a risk to all of us in a real emergency.
I did put sneakers on shortly before the drill started, because I was not going to be wearing my work shoes going down the stairs.
Very nice.
Yeah. I think it's, I think that's one of the things, is that the American presence, right? Any Americans at school, I think, are like, tend to be a little bit like this. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I took it quite seriously. If I had a little hard hat to wear, I'd wear a hard hat. I'd be so excited to have...
You had a hard hat to wear. It was at your desk. You were supposed to run down to your desk.
Is that true?
No.
I thought if I was teaching, I was supposed to stay in the room, and then...
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You are.
Whew. I was about to say, like...
But if you were in your office, put your little hard hat on.
Any opportunity for dress-up, I love. When I was a kid, my grandfather gave me a red toolbox made out of metal. And it wasn't the big one, the kind of small one that was like kind of arced, and I can't describe it super well.
I think my parents had one of those.
Probably so. But I remember, like, anytime I would go and repair my riding lawnmower that I'd use to cut the grass in my childhood, I would imagine myself as an engineer from the Command and Conquer series. Like, I'm going over and repairing the Tiberium collector, because Tiberium's like this green crystal, and grass is also, you may know, green. And so, yeah, I love the idea of playing dress up, even though I'm now almost 40 years old. So yes, give me an opportunity to wear the hard hat. I will wear the hard hat. Thank you.
Yeah, I usually have my hair up at work, so that's the other issue. Like, my hard hat would have to go over my bun.
You could also, take your bun down.
Do I have time for that in an emergency? Come on. Oh, let me fix my hair. There's an earthquake. Let me fix my hair.
I don't know. How long does it take to take one's bun down?
Okay, like...
Okay, cool. Cool.
Hard
hat emote when. Real soon. We'll get right on that one.
Maybe I should wear a low bun every day in case there's an emergency.
Good.
One day.
You wish you never had to wear a hard hat again? Yeah, I recognize that what I'm saying here is based on someone who never does real work, right? Never actually wears a hard hat, never actually does physical labor. My father, who's worked at job sites for a long time, probably never wants to wear a hard hat again also. But, yeah that's how it goes. I might
do you want steel-toed boots, too?
I mean, in the case of emergency, probably. I think we're supposed to have some shoes with heavy soles next to our bed in case of earthquake.
Oh.
Yeah, how it goes.
And here I am, I wear sandals to work.
That's true. That's fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, good seeing you. See my white collar from here? Oh no, where's my blue shirt? Blue collar shirt.
Oh, yeah. So, going back to my dinner last night, it was one of these dinners where you got a little goodie bag, a swag bag. At the end of it, and it contained these items, which I thought you should see.
I'll hold them up for the show.
Hold them up.
It says on there, extra zoom focus. And this one over here says, extra shield energy.
What is shield energy anyway?
I don't know. I mean, it says it's zero caffeine, lactic acid bacteria, moringa seed, and B vitamins.
And to me, moringa seed seems like something you would get in Zelda.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Extra shield energy? Is it like what is that? Like your immune system?
We say a lot of things. Maybe.
But it's crazy. These things are crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they remind me of, like, energy drinks in the U.S.
I think that's what they are, yeah. They're like the size of Red Bulls.
Are they? Okay.
Except one is an energy drink, and it says it's an energy drink. And the other one is...
restorative shield energy.
Yeah, shield energy.
Keep your shields up.
Yeah.
Mr. Worf.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, also in that swag bag, there was some vegan chocolates.
Yeah.
There were some gift cards to the Wendy's.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, last year...
one gift card to the
Sorry,
Wendy's.
Last year we got a gift card to the Wendy's. We did not use it.
We still haven't gone.
We've not gone to the Wendy's. We did go to...
Taco Bell
recently. Terrible.
Holy moly.
Not recommended. I think I told that story on stream, but it was genuinely awful. I'd like to prove to you all that something I said was true. When you went to the basement and decided that you didn't want to be in the basement, what was happening there that discouraged you from going there?
I mean, it smelled smoky.
That's true. There were two people doing something.
They were arm wrestling.
They were arm wrestling at the Taco Bell. That's the story I told. That's what it is. It's true.
There
it was
were also
horrible.
Two English speakers speaking loudly down there.
That's how it goes.
Then we were treated to three English speakers speaking loudly upstairs.
As you say, as a relatively loud English speaker. Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's right.
Yeah, no, people arm wrestling the Taco Bell. It's just one of those images that I will never forget. It's beautiful.
Someone told me that it might be in Japan, or it might be in another country, that it's like a sit-down restaurant somewhere, Taco Bell, where they seat you and they take your order.
Really?
And yeah, it's like a sit-down somewhere.
But definitely not here in Tokyo, or not in the parts of we know.
Not the one that we went to.
Yeah, that's strange. Gordito dominance. Man, I wish they had gorditos. The offerings there are quite limited indeed, and as we said, there were no beans at all in the entire nation of Japan. It's very strange stuff. Anyway, that's the past.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised also that they don't have a tofu thing like Chipotle does. Just because tofu is everywhere here?
Yeah, it was meat or nothing, your choice. So, yeah. And we went nothing and had a whole bunch of lettuce. Delicious, lettuce.
Bunch of lettuce.
Absolutely. Anything else about last night, or is that, I think that's the general story?
I think that's the general story of last night.
Yeah, you left the dinner at about 11 p.m., I believe.
Yeah.
Got home about 11:45 or so.
Because I take the train and I don't like cabs.
This is the point of difference between her and the president. The president loves cabs. Busy man. No time to sit and wait. Were you, I think for, I don't know, like homespun Midwestern reasons possibly, do not like taking the...
Well, it's a couple reasons. Like, I do enjoy public transit. I've enjoyed it ever since I was a child. Like, when I was in middle school and high school, I would take the city bus down to the big city library instead of the branch library near me, because I wanted to go to the downtown city library because it had more books and CDs and stuff. So I would take the bus then, obviously because I couldn't drive. But yeah, I mean, I tend to like public transit. Also, some cab drivers make me nauseated.
That's right. The car sickness.
And I get motion sick,
Yeah, that said, I'm guessing if you sit in the front seat with them, it wouldn't be so bad. And recently, you sat in the front seat with a cab driver.
Yeah, he was delightful.
Yeah, Noms has taken to speaking to old Japanese men. And you've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're like kind of, I don't know, it's probably the same as speaking to old men in the Midwest too.
Yeah.
They're just kind of folksy.
Yeah, you've also said that older men especially here are seemingly less bound by the formality of it all. Yeah. They're kind of over that, and so they're willing to just chit-chat with you like an ordinary person.
Yeah, I think so. And a lot of cab drivers don't talk to you here, right? So especially if they're younger and stuff. Whereas, like, I don't know. So I was talking to the security guard at our school. Yeah,
security guards here are very, very strange. It's generally an old man job. They're a bunch of old person jobs in Japan. Japan's dealt with the aging population crisis by keeping people at work after they're retired in various part-time jobs. And so security guards tend to be relatively old people, probably 70s in this case, who don't really guard anything. They say hello.
They're people greeters. They're like Walmart people greeters.
Yeah, they wear uniforms, and so their presence implies a certain kind of lawfulness. But I mean, in Japan, people tend to have like the law deep inside of themselves and the fear of society, and it's they don't need to be governed directly. But
although the security guard at school told me that. So, like, at a lot of places, you're supposed to show your ID or badge in when you go in, right? Yeah. And so the security guard at school told me that any, like, visitors or tourists or, like, Americans that come in are very good about, like, badging in or signing in or something. And then the scofflaws are actually the I'm sure he can't tell, the people who are of East Asian origin. So he said they might be Japanese, Korean, Chinese, but those students are the ones who, like, blow past him, whereas all the Americans are like, and here's my little card, good morning.
So I'm amazed that the Japanese students don't sign in. Because, like, generally speaking, my stereotype is Japanese people are law followers, rule followers. Now, maybe the ones who come to the English language school, maybe they're like, no, I don't want that kind of thing. Perhaps.
It could also be, like, what I told him is I said, sometimes they're late for class.
Sure. Very sweet of you. Very sweet of you to...
That's when I've noticed people blowing past security is when they are late for class.
I see.
Because I come in at about the same time that one of the class periods starts.
I see.
Yeah.
Anonymous gifter, whichever person you might be, who knows? Thank you for gifting us sub to Geo Racer. Geo, do enjoy your emotes and such for one more month. Thanks for being here for sure. Yeah, it's a funny story.
Yeah, it's a funny story.
Daigle, thank you very much for being here. You asked, do a lot of old people work in fast food restaurants here? No. I mean, people who I think own the restaurant often do, or the family of it, but I haven't seen a lot of wait staff that seems to just be older folks working. It tends to be younger middle-aged folks, wait staff mostly.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
The Taco Bell, though, man, the Taco Bell reeked of America, because I think there were also like older teenage or younger 20-year-olds doing it as their part-time job, and they looked like they did not care.
Yeah, and
just like in American fast food places. And
there was a window into the kitchen, and in the kitchen we could see I think the chefs jumping up and hitting the ceiling. I don't know if they're like having a competition.
No,
or...
it's because it had rained. Remember, I think the typhoon came through recently, and so there was a leak, I think, in the ceiling, which they had fixed in a very typical Japanese way, which is to put tape a garbage bag to it, and have the water flow down into like a bottle.
Yeah, they tape it on both sides,
yeah.
And it's a little like what's the word for it? Irrigation,
like
aqueduct. They make an aqueduct.
Yeah, and so you'll see that a lot, like in the train stations. So that's what they had done, and the tape was peeling off. So they were trying to push the tape back on. But instead of being a reasonable person and like standing on a ladder or a chair and then pushing it back up, no, this little 19-year-old was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna jump up and hit it."
Yeah.
With my little food prep gloves on.
See, that was the part I didn't want to mention. I'm sure they switched out the gloves afterwards. They had to do so. This is Japan after all.
No, Taco Bell is like Anarchy of America in the middle of Tokyo.
Perhaps. I don't want to go too deep into the story.
Poor Taco Bell. I don't mean to malign you.
If this channel gets sued by Taco Bell, it's over. It's done.
Isn't it Yum Brands?
Yum Brands. They have Pepsi and Kentucky Fried Chicken and all the rest. I don't want to go deep into the story. I want to mention this and not spend any time on it at all. But some of you know that I had a run-in with a student earlier this week. A student who I was pretty darn sure did not speak the English, and it was a difficult situation, etc. And so I received an email from him after class yesterday. He did not come. That was such an unbelievably sweet and sad email. In it, he repeatedly apologized. He said he's dropped my class at once. He's not very good at English. He's so sorry. He'd like to take my class again. He's so sorry. I was like, oh, buddy. It's okay, buddy. So I hope it's the case that he gets himself figured out, and I see him in the future. But it's strange. He went very quickly in my conception from being like, you are potentially the enemy, to instead like, it's okay, buddy. You're going to be all right. And, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But
yeah, you're perfect for Japan then.
What does that mean?
It is often said that our non-Japanese students, all students at some time sometimes they do things, young people, and get themselves in trouble with the authorities, right? And sometimes our non-Japanese students get themselves in trouble with the authorities and don't necessarily come out of it the best because they are insufficiently apologetic.
That's true. Yeah, you said that Americans tend to apologize once for something and then feel that they've apologized.
Yeah.
Where here it is the intensity and repetition of apology.
You have to, but here's the thing, right? If you get in trouble with the cops, if you just apologize profusely, they will let you go most of the time. Whereas I think in America that doesn't happen. It's like, well, sorry, bud, I got you, but here's your ticket. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I think you told the story a while back about one student being arrested for something relatively minor and then not apologizing, but instead like kicking the department printer onto the floor.
That is true.
And that's also not a good way to deal with the police here.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think yeah. I mean, I don't have malice towards this person. And yeah, I think if one apologizes, it means something. Now, I think there's a difference between us. Where I think for you, oftentimes words by themselves don't mean terribly much, and so the simple assertion of regret is nothing. But for me, I think taking the time to write that email, which he didn't have to send, nice. I do say, okay, well, that means something. And he didn't say, like, your class is too hard, I hate you. But says that, like, it was an issue on his side, and he appreciated what I tried to do for him, but he'll try again in the future. And that's good.
We'll see how you feel about this, like, 5 or 10 years in. Just because I think that's I think it's cultural behavior. So I read it as cultural behavior as opposed to an earnest expression of regret, but more, if this happens, this is how I am supposed to behave. Like here at the end of class, I was initially surprised by this, right? But at the end of every class, students will thank you on their way out. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then I realized, no, this is just cultural behavior. They're acculturated and accustomed to thanking the teacher.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a big question here about to what degree is politeness valuable? Is politeness just automatic behavior? One says thank you, one says please because it's what you're expected to do, or does it come from a place of individual goodness? I think it's it's both, right? It's both between the two.
Yeah.
I mean, I think part of it for me is making the intentional effort, to find a way to make that connection. So in the U.S., for example, we tend not to say thank you to bus drivers. We tend to think of bus drivers being part of the machine, and they're ignored. And so when you go off the bus and say, hey, thanks for the ride, or hey, good to see you today, whichever way, it's just polite. But I think it's politeness beyond the obvious expected. So my sense is, I mean, I've had students who have cheated in my class and have failed because of that, cheated in my class and failed, will not apologize. Like, they'll say, you got me dead to rights, I'm gone. They won't say, I'm sorry this happened. Now, it could be different cultural backgrounds. These people are not the same person, so who knows? But we'll see. Am I sure that the email is actually written by that student?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I am, because the writing was not good. It was ungrammatical, poorly spelled in places. I could see someone really struggling with the language.
That could be a native speaker too.
Possibly. But yeah, I could see the person I'd spoken to producing what this was.
Yeah.
And so, had it been like perfect English, I doubt I'd have the same response. But because it was like clearly the effort of someone who either felt bad or seemed to feel bad, I'm not sure which one, I was on board wanting to affirm that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of what people like about Japan, right? Especially like tourists when they come visit, is that people are so nice, right? But it's partly cultural, but I think it's also kind of, it's reinforcing, right? So it kind of also recognizes that it's there's a lot of people here, and you have to be nice in order to get along.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it turns into New York City.
Right. Which small population, lots of people.
Yeah. Small population.
Large population, smaller. Yeah. Right. Got backwards.
Yeah.
What good is saying sorry to if it's without intention? So unfortunately, I mean, this is me like going beyond where the question is, but I don't have access to people's intentions, except by their assertions, and so I tend to assume that what people say is what they mean. I don't quite know how to have conversations if I don't do that. This is a place where Nams and I occasionally have some kind of tension, I guess, or difference in approach, because Nams is, in some measure, a little bit culturally Japanese. And there's a habit called reading the air, which is like understanding the implicatures and emotional resonances and ideas behind assertions. And I really struggle with this. And so if a student says to me, I'm sorry this happened, as long as it's not like laughing and carrying on and like give me two middle fingers while saying it, I assume it's the case they're sorry this happened. But I think to move to the other side and assume bad faith and malintention in all cases would make the world unlivable for me. Yeah, but I think, are you more neutral on the intention question? Do you have to lean against it for it?
For what?
In the case of a person saying, I'm sorry, do you think you're just saying that? It doesn't matter what it is, or?
I'm probably just somewhere neutral to positive.
Okay.
I'd probably respond and say, thank you for letting me know, and I look forward to seeing you in the future, something like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Some sort of neutrally positive, similar response back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, you jerk, you don't mean it. I'm not going to say that.
Well, not say it. What would you think, though?
No, I wouldn't think, oh, you jerk, you don't mean it.
Would you believe them though they said that, or would you not make a judgment? I think
it's hard to say without knowing the
Of course,
without
yeah.
having had an interaction with the student.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, one of my default perspectives on the world to make it livable is I trust students.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I just don't want to teach anymore.
I don't distrust students. What are you saying?
I'm saying nothing.
My goodness.
My goodness. Yep.
That person whose name I can't read.
We say Eka.
Okay.
There's probably some code involved in the name there.
Yeah.
There are some people who use like hex codes and other like color codes. I don't think it's one of those, but yeah, occasionally Twitch users have usernames that are by design unpronounceable.
Yeah.
There's one viewer occasionally who pops in who has a name like "Do not read my name."
Oh.
And so you say hello. Do not read my name. And they go, haha, you read my name. And I go, oh, foiled again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Eka says, so New York City is about to tear itself apart.
I mean...
I think, like, sometimes, well, this was in Chicago, right? Where we witnessed a fist fight on the street.
Yeah, when we were going to the Japanese embassy or consulate.
One of the many times.
Yeah, to get our visas. And, yeah, it was just along the road. There was a
fender bender.
I think a very tiny fender bender.
Yeah.
We barely heard the sound of the two vehicles bumping. I think it was two cabs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and both the cabbies got out and started swinging and yelling, and it was fist fight in the middle of the street of Chicago.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't want to generalize from this. Like, it's just two people doing what two people do. But it was a striking.
Maybe it was a show for the tourists.
Maybe so. But I think for me, that is like stuck in my mind as. I haven't seen that happen here yet. I hope it does not happen here. But yeah, it was really like a scene of violence that I was unused to in the U.S. even.
Yeah, it looked like a movie.
Yeah.
Well, when we heard people honking horns in Osaka, we were like, "Oh God, it's like America."
It's true. Yeah, because
so loud.
Yeah, because the only times that we've heard horns here are to warn of danger. There's not any like horn blowing in Tokyo to
hurry up.
Yeah, to indicate anger or demand of doing something else. People, generally speaking, wait very politely beyond when Americans be comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah. I start getting passive aggressive, and the Japanese are just waiting, and I'm like,
yep.
Yeah.
And I say, don't worry, baby doll, we're not in a rush. And you say,
I am in a rush.
I'm always in a rush.
So you know what? Speaking of Chicago cabbies, like I do not get into, I don't get into arguments with strangers. Even I just sit there like and go, but I don't get into, yeah. But I don't get into arguments with strangers. I have gotten into an argument with a Chicago cabbie.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Was it about the way they were going?
It's the route.
Okay. Yeah.
They were I was trying to go from Midway Airport to the University of Chicago area. Cabbie did not want to drive the as the crow flies, the direct route, because they're like, it's dangerous. And I was like, no, it's fine. I've taken this route. I don't want to go that way. And I said, fine, pull over. And I stomped out of the cab.
Really?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so though I'm from the Chicago area, I don't think I would have done that. I think I'm a more passive person, where I'd say, like, I trust you to have good judgment. Now, I realize that one could make that kind of claim in order to go a longer route, so you pay more money. But I don't know, if someone's, like, concerned about their life...
I think it was a couple things, right? So it was one, yes, I was in graduate school, so I wanted to save money.
Sure.
But two, I mean, I think it has to do with the South Chicago is a dangerous place thing, and so I felt like it was vaguely classist or racist or something.
I see. Yeah. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought it might also be like the customer's always right conception, which is
no, I'm not like that.
No, okay. Well, that's fun. It's fun.
I'm not like that, but I did feel like, it was money, and then I felt that it was like an unjust treatment of the area.
Got it. So you're righteously vindictive on behalf of South Chicago.
Yeah, and I said...
While heading to the part of South Chicago that causes even worse problems.
Yeah.
Through gentrification.
Yeah.
Whoops, how it goes.
The University of Chicago and
It's a beautiful
Hyde Park
place.
It's a weird place.
I took some classes there. It is the weirdest thing because you take buses to the Hyde Park area that are full of all kinds of people who are, in many cases, looking fairly impoverished.
Yeah.
And then they gradually get off more and more and more. And the bus is then just full of people who are wearing fancy suits and carrying lots of school books and become more and more white and Asian.
Yeah.
And then you get to the University of Chicago, and that's who's there. It's a weird thing.
Weird place.
Yeah.
And I think when I was there, I always felt really uncomfortable because all of the service staff
Yep.
are black or African American, and then all of like the not service staff are not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's like, am I in the 1960s and the 50s? It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, and they've tried to do more engagement with the community, but unfortunately, the particular elite conception of the school makes it very hard to do the kind of work of like, we're going to try to bring people from the school into our community
To work at Subway.
No, to take classes, to have positions of management or authority.
Yeah.
The elite conception does not work well with that. The students shall wear suits. It was in the summer. It was mostly faculty.
The faculty wear suits there?
I mean, yeah,
Woo!
a lot of them did. Yeah,
Woo!
yeah. How it goes.
Even I don't wear a suit to work.
You do sometimes. If you have big important meetings, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it goes. I do wear a suit to work though, so I should probably.
You don't wear a suit.
How dare you? So I should probably get that on. Noms, would you please grab me a tie? Any tie you want today is fine, and I'll get dressed now. Hello, Pedro. How's it going? University of Maryland at Baltimore's that way. Yeah, I've got a friend who works in Baltimore, not that school, but another one. He said that Baltimore's a city that has some fascinating contradictions and oh God, really?
Yeah.
I say give me a tie and you choose this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Because
this,
you're wearing a white shirt.
I am. The only problem with this tie is
What? Green?
it's fine. It looks lovely. It looks lovely indeed. But
I can't tell.
so, look with eyes here.
Uh-huh.
Eyes here.
Uh-huh.
White. It's nice though.
I
It
think
is
that's
actually
cool.
very
I think
nice.
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is solid green ties.
Yeah.
They look like basically nothing, but who knows? Hey, Unspeakable, how's it going? So yeah, yesterday in class, I was the last class day before an exam on Monday, and so on last 15 minutes of the class, I turned it towards the students and said, all right, what questions do you have ahead of the exam? No one asked the question, so what's on the final? However, they were only interested in formal questions. So, like, how many questions will there be? How long will this take? There's an essay, you say. How many words should the essay be? And I answered these questions, happy to do so. But I said, these things are kind of incidental to the actual taking of the exam. Nams is wearing the large bow tie on her head. You can step this way if you want them to see it.
Oh, look, I look like Sia.
Are you gonna sing about a chandelier?
There we go.
Are we in an episode of The Masked Singer now?
Yeah.
That's very
right.
nice.
The tied singer. The bow-tied singer.
Yeah. So,
Yes?
you're great. I like you.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to go on a date sometime?
So did they ask you for a review sheet?
No, because I already told them pretty instantly. I asked my wife on a date, and she's changed the subject. Not good.
We're going on a date later today.
We are.
Knock on wood. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, but no, I told them early in the class there would not be not be any kind of review sheet, or they wanted open notes, of course not, etc., etc. But yeah, they didn't want to ask any questions about content, which surprises me because I think that's much more valuable, and so I kind of just answered whatever came to mind, and they were so insistent they had to know how long the essay should be. And my answer is always, long enough, right? Long enough that you answer all the questions and give enough depth, but don't overdo it and burn out your hand. I'll say, like, you have, 40 minutes of the essay, take your time. And one student said, well, how many paragraphs? And I said, enough, right? That's how this goes.
I mean, one thing I did have to tell my group, I don't know if you've ever had to tell them, is I don't need an intro and conclusion paragraph.
Always, yeah. Many of them try to default to the high school paragraph.
And I would say, don't need that.
Exactly right. Just go right to answering it, of course. Yeah, so I finally told the students that most students go from 3 paragraphs to 5 paragraphs, sheet of paper and a half or so. But really, you can choose your own length. That's fine. Yeah, speak about it. Does someone disable channel points? Oh, no, channel points are here in the channel. They're working just fine. Yeah, exclamation point channel points. You can see how many channel points you have. If you do that, we use an internal channel point counter instead of the official Twitch one. So exclamation point channel points. You'll see your channel points. It's great. It's great. Yeah. So the conversation with the students was fine. at the end of the class, I asked the students, how are you feeling on a scale from I'm knocking out of the park to 0% thank you. And most students were in the direction of here or so. So it's up enough that I felt okay. One student who seems very strong, has done well in her weekly papers, gave me the all the way down. And I smiled at her, indicating like, haha, time for a joke. And no, she was quite serious.
Is this one I know?
No. Okay. No. Yeah, and so I hope she actually gets some confidence. Hopefully doing okay on the first exam will make her have more
Hopefully she will do okay on the first exam.
Yeah. I disabled Twitch's system? No, I've just never activated it. We've never had channel points here. Yeah, I haven't turned on any Twitch features ever, I think. Ever. Yeah, anytime Twitch brings out a new feature, I look at it and say, all right, what value does that bring to the stream? And I can never find a use case for it that is actually interesting to me. It's like the little thing at top that says like, here's the person who gave the most money this, it feels like weird competition to me. So yeah. But I feel bad about it because Twitch people work very, very hard on making new features. Yeah. And there's always such, like, exciting emails that go out, like, golly gosh, this new Twitch feature will enliven your broadcast and make your viewers so happy. And, I just like the old thing. I like the old thing of my little OBS there. Speaking of which, you have a story.
Yeah, so yesterday I was in a meeting, and so we were talking about different ways of incorporating technology into pedagogy and things like that. And then one person said, what I've been using to make my videos, because I said, it's not facetious. I was playing devil's advocate, and I said, what if I'm like, it takes this person so long to make videos. There's no way that I'm going to be able to make videos for my class. I don't want to mess with it. And then someone said, I've been using OBS video or whatever, and it works really great, and it's really easy to use. I said, okay, so this person has recommended this. Let's pull it up, and all of us look at the website. And I said, is this the tool you're talking about? And he said, yeah, that's it. And I started looking at it, and I'm like, I've seen that interface before. And then I said, my husband uses this, I think.
There you go.
And then he said, a lot of YouTubers use it. I go, that's why.
Yep, absolutely. That's exciting, though. It's exciting that the worlds of your life, the academic teaching side and the Hangout with Resort side are all one.
Yeah.
It's a great program. It's really free. It's really easy to use. And if you want me to, I could put on a little... what we call
a workshop?
A workshop.
A brown bag?
I can do a workshop on how to use this thing to make easy videos.
Yeah.
Because it's incredibly easy to use for nothing terribly flashy.
Yeah.
You can get complex if you want to.
But. Yeah. the person who recommended it said that it really stepped up his videos without too much effort and time investment.
Yeah, no, I'd be happy to do a workshop.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. It's open source.
It is.
Right? The computer science professor said, it's open source and works on PC, Macs, and Linux.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I definitely use Linux here.
Do you use Linux?
No. About 3 years ago, a few of the channel computer engineers people
I know.
Came together and argued with me I should be using Linux.
Yeah.
And I looked into it. Actually, I downloaded it onto a laptop I had at the time and tried to figure out what was happening. I just got confused.
There's a Linux with a UI on it, right?
Yeah. Windows works fine for my purposes here, so we're good. We're good.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to pee now. Oh, sorry. Said that so bluntly. I have to go, pardon my nose. Goodbye.
Have a good day, Noms. Thanks for hanging out.
Come back.
Okay.
But right now, I'm done doing the potty dance.
Oh, boy. Hello, friends. How's it going? Just us now, apparently. Exist, I appreciate your question about would it be good for me to make use of all of the monetization to help Twitch grow bigger and larger and all the rest. And, maybe. I don't know. I feel very strange asking for money on stream, ever introducing that into the channel conversation. So a lot of the new Twitch features are do this thing to give money, do this thing to boost various kinds of monetization. And Linux is user-friendly these days. Yeah. But why would I change what's working? why would I change the thing that's working? This is like the deep conservatism at the heart of my understanding of streaming. Like in most other realms of life, I'm totally cool with saying, yeah, if it works better or if it gives a new access to more people, great. But yeah, when it comes to changing anything about the stream, no, no, it will ruin the stream. It will all fall apart. All of you will unfollow, etc., etc., etc. That'd be a horrible thing. Is it actually working? Everyone who's updating my OBS settings need to be tweaked again. It's just the camera. It's a known issue with the camera here, and apparently there is some way to fix it, and I just haven't done that yet. And yeah, maybe eventually we'll do that. I think often during stream I mention like, oh, I should fix that, and I forget to do so. I gotta write it down at some point. A bit ago, I saw a civilian. You mentioned that you got access to the new clay game, Rotwood. I hope it's really fun. I do like clay games a whole bunch, so we'll check out Rotwood at some point, I'm sure. I know nothing about it, other than it's the brand new, what's it called? The brand new clay game. That's good. I put it on a tie on a Saturday. Oh, you're right. It is a Saturday. Pardon me. I put the tie on because I was... I was vaguely wanting opening talk time to end, but I didn't want to say that and get yelled at. So I was like, oh, I should put on a tie and begin signaling it's time for us to do the stream thing. But it's a Saturday. It's cool guy time. Cool guy, no tie time. Very good, very good, very good. Maybe we'll try Channel Point soon. Maybe how about for 1 week I turn on all of the Twitch bells and whistles? I turn on the hype train. I turn on the, like, give me money flashing things. And we'll see how it goes. And then I could say, at least I've tried it here in my reactionary space. I don't know. I'll probably just change nothing. If it's working, why change it? Fine. This is how we will forever be using... like water wheels to make our industry work. It's working fine. What do you mean exploding fires to run things? No. What we need are just more water wheels. All right. I think that's the opening. 7 minutes left till next ad break. We've been talking for on about an hour and a half. So maybe we should just talk for a few minutes and do a little crossword and then get into the game. I am enjoying our Stellaris playthrough. That is a true statement for sure, though. I realized at the end of yesterday's stream that we had done approximately nothing over the course of 4 hours. It is really, really a fun time. I really enjoy pushing the buttons in Stellaris and seeing things happening, but they are such minuscule changes. From the very first day of Stellaris, or on the first day of Stellaris, a longtime viewer who does not especially like Paradox games came in and said, Stellaris takes forever, and then left. I think anytime I change games, a lot of people are always excited to see, oh, what game comes next? May I like that one more? May I like it less? Let's see. And yeah, Stellaris is a game that if you're not into it, you're just not into it. Because it is kind of amazing. It is kind of amazing at how slow Stellaris can be. You play Stellaris on very slow. I've been playing on normal speed 1. But yeah, if you want to in Stellaris, there's just so much to do. It's a beautiful game, but I know that some viewers are just not into it. Even some Paradox viewers are not into it. Because there's not much role play. It's a lot of just like move this, move that. I prefer it to EU4. I find the events a lot more exciting, and the personalities of the species exciting, where I think, like, in EU, like, oh, you're the Spaniards, oh, you're the Dutch. But this means very, very little in terms of actual exciting events and so on, or at least to my experience in my one playthrough of EU4. I don't know. You know what? I forgot. Has Paradox released more information about the Star Trek game? I said on yesterday's stream that today, which say yesterday, is the day when Paradox released more things about Star Trek game. Did they do so? If so, I need to pull this up. I actually have not pulled it up at all. Give me 1 second to do this. This is not a bit. This is just me forgetting. So, Star Trek Infinite. Our games. Reload, let's see. Oh, wow. there's a lot more here. I should have done this like an hour ago, but I forgot. So let me go ahead and move over to the Stellaris directory, because the conversation time is in the process of ending, and this is Paradox content at least, so I'm okay with showing this in that directory. Boop, very good. So let me pull up this screen here. Boop, boop, very good. This is the same screen as we were looking at yesterday when we enjoyed reading about it, but there's a lot more there now. So let's begin scrolling through and see what we see. Create your own story in Star Trek. I'll embiggen it once or twice. Okay. Star Trek Infinite is a grand strategy experience that lets you play your own Star Trek story as the leader of one of 4 major factions in the Alpha Quadrant. Follow the specially crafted story or blaze your own trail with diplomacy, espionage, or warfare in the first Star Trek Grand Strategy. Your Star Trek story. With Star Trek Infinite, there's no set path or singular way to play, whether you wish to take the route of diplomacy, espionage, warfare, or a mix of all of these and various other approaches, the options available to you. You are in the seat of power and leadership, and your decision, right or wrong, is final. Okay, I can't embiggen this picture, but what I'm seeing, I wonder if I open a new tab, what happens? Can I then embiggen you? Embiggening. So we joked earlier that it might indeed be Stellaris with a Star Trek skin. I hate to say, this appears to be Stellaris with a Star Trek skin. I think I even see up in the upper left-hand corner here, oh gosh, I zoom back out. In the upper left-hand corner here, I believe that is the food marker from Stellaris. I believe this is the same ship marker as Stellaris. Yeah. Planets, shipyards, military fleets, star bases. Yeah, even the split between shipyards and star bases. Civilian ships. Well, I gotta say I'm a little disappointed in that. That said, if the story is compelling enough, if they have more to the story than just oh wow. Wait. I was about to say, if they have more to the story than just we're still materialists and egalitarian, that would be delightful. But no, it appears to be the case that your societies are just the same as Stellaris. That makes me a little bit sad. Maybe they're test running features for a Stellaris 2. That'd be cool, That'd be very cool. Want to make it a Stellaris DLC? Awesome question. I'm guessing because they don't want to have people to... They don't want to make people buy that base game. I think the flash of, this is Star Trek, will potentially bring in a bunch of new players right away. So, I get that from a marketing side. I'm not sure I like it, but I get it for sure. It also means there'll be a bunch of new people experiencing a Paradox game for the first time. I should probably make a YouTube video of, welcome to the Paradoxiverse, Star Trek fans. Here are some things to know about how these games are played in general. I think it'll make a lot of sense. And then eventually make a specific one for this game once it comes out. Every time a new game comes out, I say to myself, this is the game where I can make content before anyone else does and have it be valuable content. Maybe this is the time that will actually happen. Would that be good? I think that'd be good. Maybe this is the one. It's coming out in, I think, October or so. So I should quit my job in October. We'll see. Friends, an ad break really is coming this time. So we're going to go ahead and play a little bit of crossword. And then in 3 minutes or so, we'll continue reading about Star Trek Infinite. And hopefully it's awesome and good and not a pure reskin. We'll see. All right, let me go ahead and get the no help screen back up again. Let me go ahead and reload crossword. It's a Friday New Yorker, so this should go fairly quickly. Oh, speaking of crosswords, though, last night, like I said, Noms got home at almost midnight. We then had like 20 or 30 minutes of decompressing talking time. So we ended up, and then she washed her face, we brushed teeth and so on. And so I think we ended up getting into our bed at like almost 1 a.m., which is really, really late in Resortyville. And we still had to do the crossword. and Friday crosswords take a while to do. And so we were both in bed, prone, with looking at the crossword, falling asleep over and over and over again. It was a horrible experience of trying very, very hard to stay awake to get through it. And for a brief period, we could not figure out how to do 2 large sections. And I said the words, which is, it's been a good run. I'm ready for us to lose our streak if we need to. But luckily, neither of us fell asleep entirely at the same time, as they kept jostling each other to wake. And finally, about 1:45 a.m., we finished the crossword. The streak continues, but I didn't get much sleep last night, unfortunately. Hey, Sven, thank you for that resub. I appreciate it. Love my humor and content. That's very kind of you. Thank you for enjoying hanging out with us for sure. It's awesome seeing you, and again, thank you for generosity. Oh, gotta do crossword earlier in the day. Alright, so green light. This we use to mean like okay or to approve, that kind of thing. The cricketers need on the down, there are wickets and there are bats. So probably bat seems likely. Green lights, begin possibly. JFK alternative. Okay, so this is the New York airport one. It's LaGuardia, I assume. Green light. Serpentine fish, that's an eel. Cut. Not sure. New outfits. Fashions, who knows? Type of ski lift. This is something I only know because I do the crossword. It's called a T-bar. I did not grow up in a skiing family or in an area that had skiing. The thing that's called a ski lift is a T-bar, apparently. Does extra work. With a question mark, no idea. Aimed for the stars. Ooh. That seems incorrect. I can't think of any words like that. Actress Shire of the cult classic Rad. I have no idea. Homely accessory, perhaps. So homely means like plain. It could also mean related to the home. No idea. Style slangly. Is this Riz, like meaning charisma? I don't think so. Style. One's drip, I think. I'm sorry. If that's right, I apologize. I think it's one's drip and Riz are what the kids care about these days. 4-stringed relative to the guitars for shorts. Probably ukuleles. I'd want to say ukes, spelled with an S. Yucks feels really, really bad. So I think lutes have more than that. I think lyres have more than that. I'm not sure. Fall sounds. It could be thuds, not autumn, but instead like falling over. So thuds possibly. Capital of Azerbaijan. Once upon a time I said I was going to learn all the capitals of the world. I surely did not do so. Villainous Duberville in Tesla Dubervilles. Drink with buds. This could be some kind of like plant-based drink. Having some trouble today. I said Friday's gonna be easy, and then here we are. Silence. Hush, possibly. Place to get charmed. Like a magic show, possibly. A hypnotist show. You can buy charm bracelets at a accessory dealer. I don't know what the word for that is. The top part may have some trouble with today. I may need to get noms, we'll see. Periodic concern briefly. So periodicity, I know, is something involving elements or chemicals, maybe. I'm not quite sure on that one. It could also be periods of history, like eras, possibly. Who knows? Certain campus helpers, TAs or RAs, not sure which one, gave regularly in a way. So the weekly giving at a church is called tithing. It could be that. Oeuvre. I think it's called a corpus, probably. German automaker. Hello, Noms.
Excuse me?
Hello, Noms. Doing some crossword?
Without me?
Yeah, I'm doing it without you.
Huh.
So this is the part where I would normally say we're done.
What happened to the tie?
This is part of the crossword I usually say we're done for right now. But since you came back, let's go ahead and do a little more crossword together and see how it goes. Cool?
The tie?
Yeah, if you were reminding me it's Saturday, I don't wear ties on Saturday usually.
I was wondering why you chose to... I just didn't question you, because Believed you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I told them, which is I was desiring to begin to end opening talk time, and I thought that putting on a tie and jacket would signal that. No, don't storm off. Don't come back, Doms. Come back, Doms. But please don't eat into the microphone, though. Cactus Carl, hello, friend. I promise we're going to Stellaris in a moment. Appreciate you being here, though. German automaker, what do you think? 4 letters. Is Audi German? Okay, very good. Maybe that then. Dreamed about reaching great heights. So flying in one's nightmares. I don't know. Prefix with colon or conductor. Well, semi-clearly. Not hard at all, that. Total disarray. Probably chaos, I'd guess. Noms is just eating bread and looking at me while I'm doing this. Bag. So bag can mean both to get something, as well as to hold something in a bag. So, you got anything? You're just staring. Okay, that's good. Campaign supporter. So activist, politician, donor. I like donor very much. That's good. What blank God wrought? The first telegram sent in the U.S. What hath God wrought? Do you know the first words that were said on the telephone in the U.S.?
Isn't it like somebody come here?
Yeah, Mr. Watson, I believe his name was. Watson, come here, I need you. That kind of thing. Not exactly the most inspiring of opening words. Amex user. So American Express cards are used by, well, I don't know, the elite? I have no American Express. I'm going to get one eventually.
The cashless.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and try to do these ones up here, and then we'll say goodbye, get back to to start after that. So, green light. I worry something's wrong here, and I'm not sure what it would be, but do you have anything come mind on green light?
Could be like bless. If you.
Ooh. That feels like an awkward response, but I think I agree with you that it could be possible. And this one, aim for the stars. Yeah, I think something's wrong. And then actress Shire, the cult classic Rad. Do you know this one?
Talia, I think.
Talia, so maybe it's right then. Amazing. Cut. Slit, yeah, possibly. So maybe it's blessed then. That is not the way I talk, but I like it. New outfits. With a question mark on outfits. So it could be like a group as an outfit. That's enough. That's enough for now? Okay, very good. You're very talkative.
Something is wrong there.
Something is wrong there. Yeah, it might be this one. JFK alternative. I think it's LaGuardia, but it could be something else instead.
Oh yeah, it could definitely be something else.
That's fine. That's fine. All right. It's so funny for me that when Noms does not have bread to eat, she is the most talkative person ever, carrying the stream, and then when it's bread time,
I have to eat it quietly.
I appreciate you, Noms. All right, friends, welcome back to an exciting round of Stellaris, today's game. Hope that loads soon. Noms, have a good day.
Bye.
Goodbye, Noms. All right, very good, very good. So we're continuing a playthrough from earlier in the week, our Trepidatious Turks playthrough. Gosh, we're playing Iron Man, and we are enjoying the images very much. The planet-cracking weapon. You will not be seeing the planet cracker on this playthrough. We're playing as pacifists, which in some measures is one of the slower ways of going. So here we are at the Shell of Creation. This is the homeland of our lovely folks. It is kind of jammed in the middle of a bunch of stuff. We are currently helping with a war. So our vassal state, the Galactic Zrian Combine, has... I apologize, still have my piano music on. I like the piano music very much, but you come for Stellaris music, you get Stellaris music for sure, for sure, for sure. Alright, alright. There it is. Now we're in space. Can you believe it? Space. Tiny bit quiet. Let me turn up a little bit. Good stuff. Okay, as I was saying, our vassal has been attacked. They had an uprising inside their territories. We're in the process of helping them get that back. Those are the wrong buttons, sorry. The stream is falling apart before your eyes. Okay. So it is the case that the folks who broke off are fully war exhausted. They should be leaving this immediately. And so when a vassal state, has territory break off, the territory then goes to the leader. Now, as I'm the vassalizer, the Lord Liege here, maybe we should go ahead and assert ownership. To that, though, unfortunately, we need to have a little bit more points in our favor. Oh, is it the case that you can force this because they're war exhausted? Yeah, I see that they're not going to accept. I don't know exactly how that works. Whichever way, let's continue doing this thing. I have a very, very small fleet over here. If you were here yesterday, you'll be aware that I may have accidentally sent the main fleet into an unwinnable battle. And so we'll fix that today. You also notice here that we're currently hemorrhaging cash in a big, big way. That said, the territory we're creating here, the eastern layer, is going to have so much energy very, very soon. Our economy shall be healed, and then we will all be absolutely delighted. Cool. Cool. I get you constructing this stuff. This planet here, I'm not intending to take over anytime soon until I want to push more research, but that will come before too terribly long, I suspect. Alright, what's this? More research agreements happening around the world. If you're just seeing this for the first time, this playthrough, or if you've been away for a while, our former allies down here have begun to vassalize everybody who we could potentially be in federation with. So I am intending for this to be a federation playthrough. I just haven't quite figured out how we're going to do that.
Evading hostiles.
Encounter in Asgard. We made first contact with a mysterious alien in Asgard system. They're called the Beth Aliens. Is it Thor and his friends? Where is that? Okay, so there are folks I've not seen before. So they might be one of those Marauder fleets. Way down here. Hopefully run away. We can try to do first contact with them. I do not have a spare envoy right now, unfortunately. So, looks like I have two people improving relations with the same folks. Seems like a slight error, so I'll move this envoy over to try to learn who these people are and see what is what. Another good victory there. So the fleet we lost earlier should jump back fairly soon, and when it does, we'll continue filling it on up. So this is one of our fleets, just recently returned. It's found its way back to its home station. That is great. Kind of beat up, but they will heal up gradually, and repair that fleet, add more ships, good stuff. Ended the Old Tehran Kingdom. The Star Nation, formerly known as the Old Tehran Kingdom, has been destroyed by its enemies. Do I remember where the Old Tehran Kingdom was? I think they may have been no, that was the Unadoran Empire. So I actually don't recall who this is. Must have been a minor power. There are still many, many, many minor powers in this world. Unfortunately, they are being gradually gobbled up by everybody else. But as you see, we got some folks who like us a bunch, including these people who have been vassalized by someone else. Some of you told me yesterday there can be secret loyalties. How do those work? Because with the plus 617, I kind of suspected that they would eventually go in the direction of secret loyalty to us, but I'm not seeing that happening. Now, maybe cordiality is not high enough. Maybe keep on working on that. So let's go and send them some nice things to help with that. I'll send them some lovely consumer goods at this point. What's up, Fernandes? Oh, they're the ones we were fighting. Oh, heck yes, they were. So the war actually ended. Victory to us. And we got a little bit more territory in the middle of our vassal land. Cool. You missed Star Trek discussion? Oh, shoot. We were reading about Star Trek before crossword time, and then I forgot. All right, team, what do you want? Do you want more Stellaris, or should we go back to discussing Star Trek? I was in the middle of reading things, and then the ad break came, and then Noms came back and stared at me while eating bread, and that threw off my mojo. I think I should go back to Star Trek, because I am very curious about that. Before I forget, though, I'd like to Yeah, give them a trade deal for some consumer goods. I'll give to them just for free. And we'll give them, I don't know, let's just give them 10 per month for now. That'll be nice. What else I give them? We have a whole bunch of minor artifacts coming in. I'm going to give them, I'll say 2. Maybe not one time. Monthly instead. Sleep deprivation, the live show, it's true. Like I said, just didn't sleep well last night. Didn't get to bed till way too late, and so not doing the best. Hopefully, secret relationship soon. Reluctant agreement. Thank you for the follow. I am emphatically glad you're here. No reluctance at all. But thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well, and I appreciate those new followers today. All right, I swear we're playing Stellaris. However, I sure would like to read the rest of the announcement about the new Paradox game, and so we'll move back to that. Give me just 1 second to pull that up, and then more Stellaris real soon. Go here. We're looking at this picture. As I said, this picture appears to be just Stellaris, including using the same icons for their different resources, using the exact same markers for egalitarianism and materialism, the same kind of "we're glad to meet you, we come in peace" messages. Looking pretty Stellaris-y, but I'm ready to be impressed. Let's go back to reading a bit more. So choose ye your faction. Whether it's the United Federation of Planets, Klingon Empire, Romulan Star Empire, or Cardassian Union, you'll take on the role of the leader in charge of all major decisions of the faction as the game unfolds. With each choice having their own civics and ethics and styles of play, your decisions will matter for how successful you'll be in reaching your goals. Again, I'll open this in different tabs so we can zoom in some. We see the 4 main factions. What do you stand for? So the United Federation of Planets does have the Vulcans up front, looks like. I don't recognize this character at all. Where obviously this is Picard and Spock. The one in the middle, unsure. That does not mean it's not a real person. I just don't know them well enough. So high education and diplomatic expertise. We also have here, can we read this, or is it just a bit too blurry? Let's see what we can do. Here we go. Zoom, enhance. The United Federation of Planets pioneers the quest for interstellar exploration and cooperation between species. Profoundly something, probably devoted to, profoundly something, in the principles of liberty, equality, peace, justice, and progress. They seek to support the territory by the same of universal styles and exchange information. I had part of that. I had a little bit of that, and that kind of fell apart. They're a federated democracy, though. Good, good, good. Number 2. Here are your friends, the Klingons. We got that guy and that guy. I remember really enjoying the Klingon-focused late Star Trek movie. Was it Undiscovered Country, I think? It was kind of lovely. Again, TNG. Yeah, there probably will be a DLC for playing as more factions. I can guarantee that in the same way you can play robots who take over everything in Stellaris, you'll eventually have Borg doing the same thing in this game. But I think I saw that in the trailers, an indication that the Borg would be showing up as an enemy, at least initially. Alright, what of the Klingons? So, followers of Kalesa, possibly? I don't know my lore well enough. Warriors' Honor. Clan Empire, champions of a K-name. The Klingon Empire boasts the mightiest warriors ever known. Support, or equipped with a hunger. There we go. Equipped with a hunger for engaging in war, I assume, something symbol and expanding their territory. Klingons are willing to die for honor and rank, maybe. I don't know. It's Kalas? Okay. Thank you for knowing things. Thank you for knowing things for sure. Hollis indeed. And then here come the Romulans. They're not the Vulcans. Kind of, though. Oh, is this Tasha Yar? It's not Tasha Yar. It's the way in which Tasha Yar came back. I don't remember her name, but that was exciting. I like Tasha Yar. She was a good, strong character in the early seasons. And then, that Romulan lady. I need to rewatch the series. Closet politics? I can't possibly be saying closet politics. I have no way of saying, though. State vigilance. The state senate. Those who something wings are shadowed with. Those of you who have watched other streamers read this, is this a standard part of this thing, of evaluating this picture, is zooming in and trying to read all the words and failing? If I change the W180 in the end URL, it gets larger to 190. Oh, really? You can change things here? That seems fun. 1920. Hey! It's so much clearer now. That's upsetting. After all of my hard work to read, I can now read these things. Oh, that's no fun. Yeah, it did say honor and rank. Good job, Resorti. Reading is possible. Thank you all for knowing how computers work. Those who march beneath the Raptor's wings are endowed with an intrinsic ability to employ cunning tactics, relying on their natural superiority to conquer their victims. The Romulan Star Empire is home to the most proficient species, always one step ahead of their enemies. Is this closet? I don't know the word closet at all. Unless it's closet. Is there another meaning of this word that I don't know? I know what a closet is, I swear. Used to refer to a state of secrecy or concealment, especially homosexuality. Yeah, I definitely get that. Like, being in the closet, coming out of the closet. Okay. So I'm not used to this word being used, except in terms of homosexuality. I've never heard it used more generally. Now, that might be my own limitation. Yeah, the explicit North American one is about the place where clothes are kept, but... Huh. Fascinating. Fascinating. All right, good to know. The Romulans are all about secrecy. Yeah, I do remember a couple of episodes of Next Generation where Picard and Spock, I think, had to sneak onto Romulus. Very exciting stuff. All right, then the Cardassian Union. See, I've never been sure about the Cardassians, because in my mind, until Deep Space Nine, they were never as big of an enemy. They showed up less frequently. I understand they need to have 4 factions, but is there anyone who sees the Cardassians and says, oh yes, I can't wait to go play as them? Now, I admit I don't know everything very, very deeply, but I can't be excited about Cardassians, unfortunately, at all. Raider Corps Intelligence Zeal. The Cardassian Union is boundless in its lust for conquest. So conquest, like the Klingons. Skilled in raiding entire planets and extracting information at any cost. The subjugation of the weak knows no end. Where are the Ferengi? Like, I would be so much more excited to have Ferengi than Cardassians, and I don't know why. I don't know why, except like they have a clear identity for me, where I think with the Cardassians, I just don't have a sense of what they are is very exciting. Probably DLC? Yeah. I know you're right. I know it's all DLC. I think what's strange for me is in this game announcement, I can see really clearly exactly where the DLC is going to be. I think in the announcement of other Paradox games, I haven't immediately said, oh, this will be the DLC and this. Like, I could guess. I can guess and say, okay, they'll probably do China stuff in CK3 again, but it wasn't so, like, blatantly obvious. Yeah, the Borg are going to come, the Ferengi, etc., etc. Playing the Borg through the bridge too far. So what I said earlier about Stellaris allowing you to do, like, robots to take over everything is just the Borg. So I'm guessing you'll be able to do so. and you'd be able to get Borg Picard, and 7 of 9. Incidentally, 7 of 9, Jerry Ryan is the reason that President Obama became president. If you do not know the story, you are missing out. It involves a state Senate race and then a national Senate race in which a very rich man named Blair Hull, I believe, hit his wife with a golf club, and so dropped out on the Republican side. Was replaced by, I think his name is Jack Ryan, who's like a well-known moral crusader who demanded his wife Jerry Ryan to go to sex clubs, and then she came out publicly about this, and so Ryan dropped out also, and the Illinois Republicans replaced him with, I think, Alan Keyes, and Obama beat him pretty easily, where the Ryan fellow might have won instead. There you go. Thank you, Jerry Ryan, for giving us President Obama. I lived in Illinois during this. It was the strangest thing in the world. But there you go. There you go. So 4 factions we begin with. Ferengi, Borg, all the rest coming soon. I do wonder how many minor factions that were like mentioned in just one show will show up. Like, oh, that one blue character who came aboard the Enterprise in some like species exchange and had this little puffer thing in front of his mouth. I bet they'll add those eventually. I don't recall what they are, but I remember being somewhat delighted by him. And maybe the Q will come in. Yeah, maybe the Q, exactly. Maybe, what else is there? You know, the other stuff, too. They're called Andorians. Thank you. Thank you for knowing things. Andorians. Cool. Let's get back to reading more of this. It's in Next Generation. Yeah. That's the only one I know deeply, but cool stuff. Alright. Playing as Q would be a bridge too far. I agree with that. I expect that the Q character will show up. Especially if they can still get John L. name, not Lithgow. He did really well in Breaking Bad. So maybe he'll come back for one more round of voicing Q. Deep and complex strategery. Star Trek Infinite is built upon the core system of Stellaris. Leverage the deep and complex system and making them its own. So it is indeed Stellaris. Aspects of the system have been streamlined and simplified to better resonate with the Star Trek fantasy. See, I don't know. I'm about to get my high horse nerd glasses on. I agree that Stellaris is a bit of a mess. There are so many pages here and there and everywhere, and it's very hard for me to figure out what I'm doing at times. But I think part of what makes Paradox games is the fundamental complexity. So I'm okay if this is streamlined and simplified in a we've fixed the UI way. I hope it's not streamlined and simplified in a way that makes it feel not like a Paradox game. The complexity of the decisions is gone. So I'm not sure what this means. I don't want to be a gatekeeper. I'd love it if more people got into Paradox games and enjoyed the content I put out, enjoy the games that I love too. But I really hope it's like not just Babby's first Paradox game. And so players who are into the Paradox thing don't have much fun with it. Like, I think there's a long way that the excitement of Star Trek characters can take a game, obviously, but I hope it's still a Paradox game and has that depth of grand strategy. We'll see. There's still a great deal of complexity. Good. It's a Star Trek Infinite that will give you a range of mechanics to master and have at your disposal for each faction. All right. Let's go ahead and open this again. Let's change this number over to 1920. Good year. No idea what happened then. Okay, so you have the 3 researchers. They have the exact same researcher titles. Love it. Got some physics, some society, some engineering. Ergonomic writing implements. All right, so some of these technologies are called by different names. That said administrative capacity, medical clinics, admiral level cap. Yeah, this all feels pretty similar. All feels pretty similar for sure. Oh, that said, the planets, of course, have Star Trek-y names. There's Romulus, and where's Remus? There's Remus, very good. Is there any in-universe explanation for why the Romulans have the exact same mythology, or terms at least, as human Romans? It must have been explored at some point. It seems like just too obvious of a coincidence to not explore. You got Remus of the Moon. Yeah, I mean, it appears to be a separate planet here. Oh man, I can't wait to see this game release and hordes of Star Trek superfans descend upon it. It'll be the greatest event in, content of all time. I cannot wait to see the videos. Paradox, you were the chosen one, and you ruined it. Again, we're seeing more or less the same stuff. Cool. On we go. Trailers. I think this is the same one we saw before. It looks like maybe the same one. Let me push the button and see. 45 seconds. Yeah. Nimble Giant. Captain's log, beep boop, Borg stuff. That picture, all the same. Good. Here's some screenshots. Looking like Stellaris? 15 pictures. Oh boy. What do you want to bet that one of the pictures here is going to be some known character? Like, look, Commander Data. Look. Oh, be exciting. It will not be exciting when Jean-Luc Picard ages out and dies. If this game goes on for generations, it'd be very, very sad when our heroes are no more. Number 2 there. Ooh. Various kinds of ships. I don't know the names of any of them. But that's pretty cool. Next beyond that, we have transmission from the Farian. This looks like one of those episodes where some scientist wants to find the cure for a disease, but the quarantine stops it, etc., etc. I've seen this one before. I love that all the screenshots I zoomed in on, they're now letting me play with more directly. Alright, a bunch of Romulan ships also. Those little birds of war, birds of prey, what they're called. In the original series, a planet that was similar to 1980s US, but worshipped Roman gods. There was a secret cult that worshipped the sun that was violently suppressed. Unspeakable, that's amazing. So is the explanation of why the Romulans are based on Rome that there was one planet that knew about Earth culture, and that culture, that planet then like went and spawned the Romulans somehow? Or just one of those, like, don't look too close to the lore, it was just some guy back in the 70s trying very hard to make a compelling show. Alright. Ooh, the sun. Ooh, ships. Don't behind the curtain. Alright, that's fair. That's fair enough. I mean, obviously Stellaris makes for some really beautiful pictures here. That sun makes me very, very happy to gaze upon. I've seen this one before. What's this? Oh, here's how they're going to present planets in this one. And the district presentation is a little bit different. So it seems like the UI has been cleaned up. I wonder what this thing is here. I wonder if that's the rare material marker now. But yeah, if it's the case that the UI has been cleaned up, I'm really happy about that. I think it's a good choice. Class D worlds. Okay. Interesting. They're not using all of the standard paradox arrows to indicate speed in Stellaris. In Star Trek Allus, instead they have times of speeds, half speed and so on. Interesting. Hey, Sunset, it does look pretty darn Stellaris-y indeed. Okay, and then mission tree. Oh, what's this? Alright, so you can build the Enterprise. Probably find your way. Oh, look, it's a mission for Troy and LaForge. So here are the people. And so you do all the missions to learn about the characters you got, learn all about the things they're doing. and then move on more and more. I mean, okay, this excites me. It's like Hearts of Iron 4 focuses, so I've never played Hearts of Iron, so I don't know much about it, but I'm excited to see how they make missions work in this game. That'd be absolutely delightful. Yeah, excited for that for sure. I hope it's a whole bunch of reading. Like, obviously, a whole bunch of reading is what I need. Unless they manage to, like, get the AI voice of Majel Barrett back to read everything, in which case I will stand here silently and let her voice read out everything in the computer bits. Alright, zoom out for a second. We see here space battle, I assume. Cannot wait to see the photon torpedoes blasting away. There's some shield action. Flying a little close, buddy. Flying a little close there. Not sure about that. I hope you get to meet the captains also. I always really enjoyed the episodes where Captain Picard would meet other captains as well. I tended not to like the episodes so much where like some random admiral shows up and says, "Oh, okay, Captain Picard, Admiral what's his bucket's in charge now." It always led to like weird tension, and the big hero is not the big hero. But insofar as Stellaris is based on admirals, I do wonder how / if ships will have any modifications based on captains, or if captains are too minor for us, the overlord of the game, to care about. I was gonna say maybe it's the case that this is in the history where Captain Picard is Admiral Picard, but no. If you're just building the Enterprise in the first case and seeing all these buddies, it is captain based. Huh. I really do wonder if you can rebuild the Enterprise. I wonder if a plot armor can be destroyed. All these fine questions. Here we have the context page. Hey, it's Betazoid. Okay, so there will be some smaller species, smaller empires in the game. Tiny Pedic friends. I look forward to seeing how they model like the mind reading stuff, mind melding stuff for the Vulcans, etc. Fascinating. We can zoom in and look at all the different places. I don't know much about any of them, but there they are. Oh, it's Sol with Earth on it. Vulcan's next door. Andorian's there. Oh, something important happened at Rigel. Rigel, I think it's called. I don't remember what it is, but I remember that word being an important one in the Star Trek-averse. And then where's Wolf 549? Is that what it's called? Where will the Borg come from this day? Huh. Would it be cool or busy work if every ship had senior authors to shuffle around? It would initially be amazing. It would initially be the best thing in the world if you had to fully outfit every ship with every single person you want. That said, it would eventually become terribly unfun to do. Now, one thing I'm kind of hoping for is that you're allowed to have fewer ships in this game than in Stellaris, so you can care about each ship more. I would love that. But it seems kind of unlikely. We'll see. Next up. It's a starbase. It was Cardassian starbase, right? This kind of thing that is taken over by Star Trek. By the Federation with Benjamin Sisko. And then we have the Romulans again, that lovely green, looking all spooky and such. Soon run out of pictures. That's making me sad, but very cool. Yeah, so some portion of a childhood version of me is squealing in delight right now, and that's a cool feeling. Oh, and there's Earth, isn't it? I think this is our home. It's our home. Oh, there it is, buddy. There you are. Look, it's me. Look, it's you. It's great. I think that's back to the beginning again. Friends, I'm excited. Friends, I am indeed excited. I'm going to try to keep the hype down. It is the case, like I said, that I'm a little bit bummed it's just reskinned Stellaris, but that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool indeed. For sure. Are you excited also? Are you nervous? Is your hype too high? Gotta get lower? Where are you on this one? Scale of 1 to 10. Where 10 is, I've never been so excited. One is, where do you fall? I think I'm unfortunately about an 8 or so. I want to be at a 5, so I need to pull down the expectations. But I'm at an 8 right now still. You're sensing me play at 9 out of 10? Nice, nice. You're warp 9.85. They can't hold it together. It's going to explode. A 1 for you, a 4 for you, a 5 for you. Yeah, I need to get down to the 5 like I said, but I'll work on that. Hey, Harsani, how's it going? There's a Stellaris Nexus? I don't know what that means, Harsani. Are there going to be other Stellaris-based games that are not just Star Trek? Like, are we going to see a Star Wars Stellaris? That'd be craziness. You give it an 8 if it's going to cost $20. Is there a price yet? Yeah, is there a price yet that allows you to have a sense of the value of this game? Like, it's a Paradox game. It'll probably be $50 or $60. I'll spend it, etc. Stellaris Nexus is another game Paradox announced. Really? Really? Stellaris Nexus. Find my favorite. Life by You. This is the Sims game. Stellaris Nexus. City Skylines 2 coming soon. I may need to Google this one. We'll see. Okay. Simultaneous turn-based multiplayer 4X game offering the full spectrum of thrilling strategic 4X experience. Choose a faction leader and challenge up to 5 other players, plotting and battling your way to galactic dominance, all in about 1 hour. That is fascinating. That is fascinating. We opened today's stream by saying Stellaris is so unbelievably slow. It's absolutely delightful, but really, really slow. So for the casual player who wants to jump into a strategy-esque game, not grand strategy, but strategy enough, that's awesome. I mean, I love this. I absolutely love this. Probably not a game I'll play a bunch of, but I can imagine it getting people into this kind of game. And I think that's just 2 thumbs up great. Like I said before, anything that gets new people excited about the kind of games I like, I'm happy with. So, great. Great, great. Now, I really hope it can be played single player also. You know what? I'm going to say this. Don't clip this, because it may not be true. But as of right now, on the day this game releases, I will play it multiplayer with some of you. I will definitely play this multiplayer with some of you. Because the reason I'll be okay with that is I will be very bad at it because it's new. But viewers will also be very bad at it because it's new. Yeah, I would like to do that, I think. It'd be a fun way just to bounce around and have some fun. I may play it solo one time just so I can read some stuff. But sure, that sounds great. Because the problem with multiplayer is always like, someone comes to the chat and, hello, I have 14,000 hours in Stellaris. Maybe play multiplayer? And I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Alright. So, your hour of power. What a fantastic phrase that is. Time's a valuable currency in our everyday lives. And we all know how much time are really good for us. This is Stellaris from the busy mom. Gotta drive your kids to soccer practice? You've got an hour before then. This is nice. This really is nice. What if you could have a forest game that you played in the time it takes you to do the laundry? They actually are leaning in on this. This is hilarious. I love it. Stellaris Nexus is a multiplayer turn-based forest clash for galactic dominance, played from start to finish in about an hour. It's a social strategy game. Choose from unique factions and leaders and play up to 5 friends in a turn-based multiplayer, or brave the Nexus online against strangers through skill-based matchmaking. Is this finally the time that I play a ladder game on stream? I have never, other than when I played League of Legends on stream a few times, I've never consistently played a multiplayer skill-based game online. Like Hearthstone or something. That could be fun. I don't know. I shouldn't think too far in the future. Form alliances, execute bitter betrayals, or quietly plot from the shadows to take the victory. I wonder how much multiplayer communication there'll be. Will there be voice chat for like that party game atmosphere? Will there be typing in chat, or is all the conversation done through like pop-ups of this person sends you a nice word, this person an unfriendly word? What do you do? Diplomacy, or inverted commas diplomacy. I have an Australian friend who says inverted commas for quotation marks, and I love it so much. Starting from the safe haven of your homeworld, rapidly expand your reach across the galaxy to explore and occupy new systems to eventually take control of the galactic throne world nexus. Military conflict and diplomatic dealings are available to you as you expand and explore, but so is the power struggle that plays out in the Galactic Council as rival empires exert their influence to cast votes in favor of new titles and resolutions that empower their faction or advance their immediate strategic objectives. So as I read more about this, I keep saying to myself, how do they do that in an hour? How do they do that in the hour? Etc., etc., etc. And, I trust Paradox to make it compelling and work and meet what they said it's going to do, but that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm guessing part of it will be turn-based, like, limited time in turns. You can't take half an hour to think through things. We'll see, though. Someone's currently playing this game. Wait, really, Silver Knight? How? Is it just being shown off by a developer, maybe? As someone who follows Blood Bowl streamers, you feel obliged to warn me in ladder-based streaming whole rabbit hole. What kind of thing? Would you be worried about Cobblestorm? Is it like streamers go to each other's channel and say unkind words? I've never done that kind of ladder streaming at all. So, I don't know. Something else I wanted to mention. What was it? Oh, as far as in-game communication. So, if they want the party game kind of thing where you talk your way through decisions and challenges with the other players, I understand the possibility of doing Discord chats for your friends, right? If you want to have 4 or 5 buddies hanging out and chatting, great. But if it's ladder-based, you wouldn't say, hey, we're playing with random people, let's make a Discord for this one. I guess you could, but if they want to have that kind of communication, it'd probably be integrated. But doesn't say quite yet. We'll see. Okay, military conflicts. Whether you're a role player, sure, that wants to immerse in the universe of Stellaris, or you're a by-the-numbers strategist, select from the factions and leaders that alter how you approach each match that you play, offering a range of playstyles and ways to gain the upper hand over your opponents. Wow. Ladder-based games are a huge time commitment and involve a lot of grinding. Okay, I see. Back in the battle days, I was involved in Grandmaster grinding in World of Warcraft Battlegrounds. The way in which you rose up the levels was not just by having a good win percentage, but also by having played so many matches. At one point, I was going for Grandmaster. I believe I slept like 3 hours the entire week and just played the exact same battleground over and over and over again. Oh gosh, that was terrible. Yeah, and they're like Grandmaster cartels. All the big PvPers would, on a server, would like decide who gets to be the next Grandmaster, and you had to like contribute to get other people there in order to get yourself in line for it. And yeah, I was part of that life, and it was a horrible period. Alright, explore the universe of Stellaris in a different way, taking on the roles of well-established factions and leaders. Your destiny is in your hands, you craft your own emergent narrative in pursuit of galactic glory and domination. I sat in the cave in Alterac Valley and pressed space once a minute. No. I was a player who did his best in every single battleground all the way through. I played a priest, and I healed my little heart out all the way through, and I was exhausted, and it was horrible, but I wanted to maintain a good reputation on the server for being an active player, not someone who's just taking advantage of the thing. But that was... It hurts me to think about my WoW years. There's so much time wasted. Oh my goodness. I guess the only thing I want to mention here is I don't actually know who the well-established factions and leaders in Stellaris are. Those of you who know the game better than I do, like, there are fanatic purifiers, sure, but who are the well-established leaders? So I know in the most recent patches, they've put in these special characters. Folks like that Cyclops scientist. Maybe her? I don't know. Francis is amazing. Francis, I'm not surprised at all you played a no mage, incidentally. There's one of the best people I know who have like a little edge on them also played no mages. Including my friends who are big nerds. I went to Rose Holman and now work at Microsoft. Love it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't quite know what this means, what it means in terms of current Stellaris universe, but cool. We'll see for sure. Maybe the pre-made ones at the starting screen. Maybe so. Ah, cool. I look forward to them saying when this will come out. So look forward to seeing what they're gonna put the price point at. Because it's an hour-based game, I could imagine it being somewhat cheaper, especially if they are thinking as a party game, where so much. Yeah, so many party games are a little cheaper because you know you're going to sell multiple copies to a friend group just to make the game fun. But it's cool. I mean, I've got to say, though I'm not super excited to play this one in the same way I am for the grand strategy games, I'm really pleased this game is being made for the broader Paradox company and for the hope that people go from this one to other Paradox games. So cool. I mean, I'm a Paradox fanboy, guilty as charged. I will always be happy with what they make, though I do have my complaints, of course. And then real quick, I'm not going to read through everything here. I just want to see what the Star Trek, that's right. Star Trek Infinite looks like. Do they give anything at all here they have not given before? To be announced. Looking more or less the same. Ooh! Mature content. Are we going to see some smooching between Troy and Riker? Are we going to see Riker kick his little leg over the chairs? I think I know this well enough. But I believe this is basically the same we saw before. Oh, cool. This is actually a different inclusion from the website. So iconic characters. You can make your own story or have an opportunity to recruit iconic captains and officers like Picard, Janeway, Sisko, and Data, to name a few. Other factions have their own to enlist, like Gowron, Mockbar, Garrick, and many more. Cool. So I don't know enough about how Picard, Janeway, and Sisko fit together. Like, of course, in terms of our real-world time, Picard was on TV, and then Sisko, and then Janeway. And I thought Janeway, like, was just a captain who ended up, like, far-flung on the other side of the galaxy with her strangely Orientalist Native American fellow, Chakotay, I believe his name was. But I don't know. Hey, Mac, how's it going? You have a job working on Star Trek stuff part-time? Wait, really? That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if like, Picard and Janeway and Sisko ever hung out, or if this is very much like retconning for the sake of player enjoyment. But good seeing you, Mac, seriously. Many starships as well. The sleek Romulan, oh boy, French time. De-de-de-de. Picard destroyed the ship that Sisko was on at the Borg Battle of Wolf 359. Oh, cool. First episode of Deep Space Nine has Picard and Sisko together, so I've watched that, I just don't remember it terribly well. But okay, that's cool. Of course, the Enterprise D can be developed and added to the Federation fleet through the bespoke storytelling system. Why do you use this word? We're not making suits. Why is it all bespoke now? So the brand new storytelling system made only for Star Trek Infinite. So I'm guessing if this works well for the Star Trek game, they'll probably have the storytelling system come out for other games too. They will move from the bespoke to instead the ordinary. Incidentally, they were able to recruit people of different ranks. Again, Picard, Commander Sisko, Lieutenant Data. You know, I'm curious, will you have a bunch of lieutenants? Or will the game instead say, no, they're all admirals now, which is what Stellaris does. Alright, so we got deep and complex strategy. Yeah. Okay, cool. So it's about the same stuff we saw before on the Stellaris main page, but not Stellaris main page, Star Trek Infinite main page. Huh. Ha. Alright. We know stuff. We've learned stuff. Decided to see how it goes. It's only in English? What? How will I ever work on my Nihongo? Do not understand it at all. Alright, very good, folks. We've learned some things. We've seen some things. Definitely, anytime a new teaser video or web page of this game or the other new Stellaris one comes out, we'll watch it. We'll talk about it. I'm keeping a close eye on these things. Maybe we'll never play a non-Paradox game again. We will see. Alright, I swear we're playing Stellaris today. Let's pop on over and do that. We have an ad break coming in 5 minutes. So let's see if we can get anything done next 5 minutes. So, welcome to Stellaris. This is the game we're playing today. I swear. And we just recently took this over. The group broke off from our friends here and joined us instead, and that's just good. Time project somewhere. Some space debris in Sipix. Donde está Sipix? Over here. Do I have a science ship nearby? Check that out. Looking like most certainly not. So where are my science ships? There's one hanging out way down here. This ran away from whoever these folks are. So that's a bit of a run to get up there. How about the other science ship? It's also here, unfortunately. It may actually be faster to make a new science ship and send it up there. We have 854 days remaining. If I go ahead and send the ship here, there's no route to get there. Huh. Are we closed borders now? I don't think we are. Yeah, they're not closed borders to us. So must be something else blocking it out. As such, I'm going to have this ship go ahead and just jump back home. Which is, this one? Yes. Find your way home. Good. And then we will make a new one at our main base and use that to go scan the debris to get some more research points. So we find our space station. There you are. And then produce. Gosh, we have nothing. We are a little low on alloys. Hey, we unpaused. The great unpausing is upon us. So, a new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the trepidatious turtles. They're called the Silver Guard. They want military dominance over the rest of the galaxy. Where did you people come from? That is a little crazy. A little bit crazy. Looking at it for a second. We do have strategic resource deficit. It's just exotic gases. We're about to have exotic gases coming in from, oh boy, somewhere over here. There's an exotic gas location. I've lost it now, but we are staying on the deficit for right now. The exotic gases are being used by our defense stations on the Starholds, but none of our current planets have any gases, so we could buy them. For now, I'm just buying them from the market every time it comes up. That's how it goes. Right, new science ship is needed. For that, though, we have to unpause again. And it'll be just one moment. Got a message from the Associated Planets. They are way to the west. They would like to... Oh, this is accepting the gift I sent them earlier. Cool. Sounds good. It's always strange when they have to decide to accept gifts. Very weird. Ships on the way. Good. Tick went through. Glorious. Give me my science ship. Excellent. Unfortunately, friends, we have an ad break coming in 45 seconds, so we're going to take another quick break from Stellaris and do 3 minutes of crossword time, and then come back to this lovely game after the ads are done. And that'll be a lovely, lovely thing. And they'll have an hour of solid gameplay, I promise. We'll not be reading anything else between now and then. Are there Gaia planet gases? I'll check in a moment, Harsani. I didn't think so, but maybe so. We'll look in just a moment. Back to it. Just doing the crosses right now. I'm not feeling super confident about anything, but we'll see how it goes. Whoops. Get my no help screen back on. There we go. Amex user, this is American Express. I have no idea what they want. That it's abbreviated as Amex as opposed to American Express suggests that it's an abbreviation also in here, but unsure. Spanish style house. That question mark. Don't know what it means. Probably some unusual usage of house as opposed to being just a adobe brick kind of thing. Is that Spanish? I think that's Spanish, possibly. Socially unacceptable is probably taboo. No. Socially acceptable? I don't know. I'll get to it. Soon, TM. Not sharing much. So it could mean closed off, greedy, maybe shy, unsure. A skosh. This means a small amount of something. So it could be tad or dab. I had nothing to do with it, or how to make sense of 12 of the puzzle's clues. Alright, I knew there was some skullduggery afoot. I knew something was wrong with some of the clues, because I was not able to figure out what they were asking for at all. So there's some phrase here. That will make sense of everything else. I had nothing to do with it. It could be, it wasn't me, and then maybe various clues you remove a me. So does it wasn't me? Nope, it needs to be something longer than that. I'm not to blame. I'm not implicated. I have no idea. Like a boomer. So a boomer could be a sonic boom, possibly. So maybe loud. We'll see. Design detail. So often designs have specifications or specs, but I'm feeling a little bit out of my skis on a lot of the guesses so far today. A circular gasket. That's an O-ring. Insert reference to the challenger here. A skeptical reply. Why? Are you sure? I don't think so. No. Otoro, for example. I think it's probably Spanish, not sure though. Montana or Rice familiarly. So Joe Montana and whatever his name is, Rice. I believe they both played on the San Francisco 49ers. So I think I would say Niner. Hope that's right. Realizes. Becomes aware of. Not sure. Big seller of games. So GameStop. Steam. It could also be a game that has won or has sold a bunch of copies, like Catan. I don't know how to say that. Who knows? Or tooth in Italian. So al dente means to the tooth. So dente is that. Are these correct down here? If so, we have a nice foothold. Required from any advanced degree programs is the graduate readiness examination. Good. Safety net. Perfection. All right. Now we'll go through some downs and see if we can figure out what's going on with the long weird clue. Probably not gonna figure out quite yet. So JFK alternative. Is Eisenhower? I don't recall who JFK ran against. He ran against Nixon at one point. And I know that the youthful JFK made Nixon look very, very old. It's Richard Milhouse Nixon. It should be RMN, but a TN makes no sense. All right. I mean, I thought it was LaGuardia, but I then don't know what Aim for the Stars would be here. Something is wrong somewhere. So we go ahead and remove that, and we'll figure out later. New outfits. Yeah, like I said earlier, it could be something groups. It's like an outfit, like a club or a clan or a gang, but I'm not sure. Capital of Azerbaijan. Villainous D'Iberville and Tessa D'Ibervilles. I don't know. Drink with buds. So that earlier could be some kind of tea, maybe. So I wonder if it's a different German automaker. So Benz, I believe, is German. Daimler is German. I think Jeep may be owned by a German automaker now. Not sure. We'll see. It could just be like root tea. Not sure, though. Allow. Oh, boy. Something is definitely wrong here. Allow could be admit. And I'm just going to do this corner, and then we'll get back to the game. Remedial subject, perhaps. Okay, so it's my catch-up course with an H at the end there. Part of a bibliography entry, well, title probably. Oops. And then alacrity. I think alacrity means like speed. Hope that's right. Can we get some crosses now? Does extra work? Nope. Silence. Mute. Good, good. That's enough for now. Some progress. Remedial subject. Truth. If we're removing the me from answers, it'd be redial subject perhaps. Not sure. Anyway, made some progress. We'll get back to that in an hour or so, and we may actually not finish a Friday crossword. Tends not to happen, but let's see where we are now. How's it going? Thanks for being here still. I always wonder how many people make it through the ad break without leaving. That they occasionally feel bad because people say, 9 ads. Resorty, you're ruining Twitch. It's crosswords. You're not missing anything. You think you see what's happening for this? Yeah, I'll try to figure it out. At some point we'll get there, but I occasionally have trouble finding the trickery afoot. So science ship is being made to head up this way. That'll get done fairly soon. We're going to continue building out our fleets again, because we lost a tremendous number of ships in the most recent war. I do plan to also launch some additional wars today, hopefully. We just gotta get the alloy thing going more. Okay, we had a question also about our newer planet. The Fields of Hope here is our Gaia planet. And it has no planetary features at all. You have no idea what's going on. You came in, saw crossword, now Stellaris. Anyway, Charlton. It is during the ad breaks, which come every hour or so. Instead of having people miss the game, we just do crossword instead. Thank you, Sally, for the getting there before I did, actually. Let me try other planets here. The newest planet, our Eastern Layer Ocean World, also has nothing, unfortunately. Yep. All right, the governor of our first sector, the Clutch, has leveled up again. So, cleared blockers give 6 months of Unity production. That'd be amazing. Only problem is the area where he is already mostly blocker cleared. I like him having the trade bonus inside of his starting sector. So, generator focus, we get more energy. Unfortunately, I need that in the, I need that in the frontier sector, not the current sector. Cartographer, terraforming goes faster, or food. Food is great here. That's because the main food producer is in his sector. And first contact, here we go. Mistaken identification. It seems our linguists have suffered a major setback in their attempts at codifying the language used by the Beth aliens. Unfortunately, what they had taken to be their language, quite simply, was not a language. In his report, the envoy states that after days investigating the matter from every angle, they finally concluded it was an attempt at music. Vorgon poetry coming in real soon. A little bit slower on the connection with new species. We'll get there eventually. Also, we are hemorrhaging exotic gases still, so we'll continue buying more and more of them. Awesome to see that as our energy plants come online, we are producing quite a bit of energy very quickly. I look forward to adding more and more and more of that. We do need to get ourselves some more consumer goods though in a moment. I am currently sending some as a free will offering to our friends in the far west. Perhaps we'll have to pull that back soon. But first, the generator world. Hello, generator world. So, wait, where is this? Okay, this is not the generator world I thought it was. That's this one. This is a confusing world. It has nothing on it, so I've kind of just built random buildings here and there and everywhere. So, these are offline. They're ruined. How'd you get ruined? Oh, is this up here? Oh, this is a planet we just got from our friends. Yeah, okay. We have multiple planets now that we took in the war. I had no idea. So, this sector is the territory taken from the enemies and also our newest colony. We'll need to rename these fairly soon, I suspect, but they're devastated because of orbital bombardment. Let's get repairing all this stuff if we can. For that, though, we need to have insufficient building slots. Huh. So the building slot's currently closed. I guess let's destroy it for right now. And open these up as time goes by. And same thing here. There's nothing ruined on this one, though it needs more population and more jobs too. The traders come through. Hello, traders. This time they have for me a contingent of Trium sales technicians that artificially inflate the trade value of all of our systems. I only have one high trade value planet right now, but it's 80 years of 15% trade value increase. For one science ship, sure, let's do it. Seems wonderful. Seems good. I wish I had more trade going, but very nice anyway. We're just now building a new science ship. I suspect that one was consumed a moment ago. Let's fix that. Continue building out here. Also, our other Armada made it home. It needs a lot of repairs, a lot of upgrades, more ship being built, etc. Leader's doing nothing. So this person had a science ship and it was stolen from them. I'm terribly, terribly sorry. So have we gotten to making our new science ship yet? They are knocking it out right now.
Construction.
Absolutely wonderful. Tons more hostile fleets. There are fleets of mining drones. They're over this way. Nothing too special. Might ignore that. It is far from our borders. And first contact more. Signs of barbarism. This is another one of those marauder teams, apparently. Although their dwellings on the habitation suggest an advanced society, everything here is terribly hostile. There is no stable society. It's barbarism through and through. Speaking of barbarism, earlier these people told us they would be sending us raiders, and they haven't shown up yet. So I don't know if they can't get through the adjacent space, and so their idle threats amount to absolutely nothing. Not quite sure,
Colony established.
There we go. This is, like I said, the Genera colony. Super excited to start making just lots and lots of energy possibilities here. And then I think I'm just going to build the give me more energy thing. Should I, or should I make some nice stuff also? No, I think we're just going to go for more and more energy right away, and eventually we'll fix problems. Awesome. So pleased for that. Okay. New science ship has kicked out also. It's down here. Give it its leader again. And we'll go scan all the research projects that are over in Civics and Vaudevier and so on. Scan here. Oops. Oh, can't get there. Is that true? Oh, this is the research projects for archaeology. We can't do it until we take it. So here is where we can go instead. It's only a little bit away. You scan there. Let's learn stuff. And there's some more there also. Have I built the Ministry of Culture yet? I've been talking about doing so. I haven't quite gotten there yet. The Ministry of Culture is just kind of sitting there idly. I think I said next time I have a open slot, I will do so. I thought I need to upgrade this thing. In fact, I need to have 50 pops. So next pop, I'm going to upgrade my capital building, and then I'm going to have an open slot to put the culture building in. That has been the plan all the way through. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if that's actually possible. It's coming, though. It's coming. Actually, how far along are we on that last building populace? Oh, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. Is there a decision that hurries up population growth? There's please stop having babies. No. No, there's nothing that immediately helps with that. That's okay. The Chosen. Fanatical Purifiers. For too long we've been trapped behind the wormhole. But behold, finally we've breached the restrictions placed upon us by our celestial heritage. Now at last we know we're worthy. The rest of the galaxy is ours to claim. Do not resist. It will be better in the long run that way. Neat. Neat. They mentioned the wormhole. So, hello. We're in the process of militarizing the wormhole right now. I should probably speed up on that and see how this goes. Not that militarizing it will actually save us, but gosh, we'll try. And here goes all of our allies again. And hopefully it's this wormhole right here. I'm not sure. What can we say of the Chosen? They're purifiers. Well, nothing to do with your foul kind, Newt. Why have you contacted the Chosen? Xenophobes, spiritualist, fun. They've closed the borders to us. We could rival them, but there's really no point in doing that other than you gain more influence, right? Yeah, I guess we have no rivals right now. Oh, our power protection's low also. We gotta keep building up ships. But here, we're rivals now. Oh, we hate each other. Come. This is the only wormhole we know about, correct? Oh, there's one here. And one up here also. So maybe they can jump through this wormhole instead. And rip apart our enemies. That'd be good stuff if so.
Council agenda ready.
Alright, what's the council agenda got? We are launching more diplomatic wage and more trust. Gosh, we're gonna build a federation, I promise. And then, open one more council slot, gonna be good. Somebody mentioned, and I appreciate the thought, there might be an edict that helps us to produce more babbies more quickly. There it is. So, population costs more food and minerals, but that's just fine. We are well over our edicts fund. So, the pacifist ethic attraction I really like, because I think we have a faction that is militaristic I want to get rid of. I can still suppress them, I believe, and I haven't done that yet. Got the Silver Guard down here. They're the ones that don't quite fit in, being authoritarian militaristic. They want larger navies. Yeah, I can get there soon. They don't like that we're subjugating people benevolently. They don't like that we haven't killed anything big recently. Alright, let's begin suppressing. Go away, no one likes you. I believe we're already promoting one of the other ones, so that'll be okay. As much as I want to keep on expanding and grabbing up everything we possibly can, I have a sense we should probably be using our available alloys just to continue pushing out more and more ships and defending this area in particular. So let's try to do more of that. Burn out of gases again. Gotta keep increasing those things. Alright, how do we get cash right now? We can sell a bunch of crystals. We have one extra coming every month. That's some good stuff. We have hundreds sitting there. Okay.
Special project.
Hey! The Erasean homeworld. So we found our way to the homeworld. Let's learn about it now. The former homeworld, the Erasean Concordat. Someone has relatively recently, past 1,000 years or so, gone through the trouble of systematically bombarding every square meter of the moon's surface from orbit, possibly a misguided attempt to keep the Jovian pox from resurfacing. Nuke it from orbit, it's the only way to know. Despite this, the surface is still covered in the fossilized remains of billions of Erasians who succumbed to the plague in their final years of the Empire. By the time it spread to the homeworld, most of the worlds in the Concordat had already fallen, and their alien vessels were in open revolt. Judging by ancient satellite logs recovered from orbit, the mood among the population of the Erasean homeworld was largely resigned by this point. The widespread panic that accompanied the first outbreak of the pox in the colonies was largely absent, as most had come to accept the fact the end was nigh. Fascinating. We get so many artifacts, so much unity, so much physics, so many minerals, and a minor artifact action unlocked called the Secrets of Racians. Alright. Also, other stuff's happening too. So allegedly we're making a federation. Maybe. We'll look at that in 1 second. But we also have an artifact relic possibility. The Javorian Pox sample enables Pox orbital bombardment stance. Remember the part where we said we're not terribly interested in being monsters? I think this one is known as being a monster. You get more biotechnologies. Your leaders live longer also. That's just for having it in your pocket at any point. If you use it, you get faster research speed in biology for 10 years. 50% faster. That's cool. But I think for right now, I don't want to do that. Assemble the dreaded Javorian pox that wiped out the Erasean species. Although harmless to most other life forms, the virus that causes the disease has many unique genetic properties, some which can actually prolong life in most organics. The virus could also be used to create a new strain of the pox that can infect non-Erasians. Although not as virulent or lethal as the original disease was to Erasians, it makes for a potent biological weapon. Whoa, this is how we get Hans Blick coming to visit us from the UN. A reference there is to the 1990s. Or maybe early 2000s. Early 2000s. No biological warfare allowed. Alright, it's got a whole bundle of minor artifacts. I'm curious what this does. So if you use the secrets one, you get a special project called Delve into Their Secrets. Or I'd like to reverse engineer first to get the random tech fun. Arcane Deciphering, a study of artifacts advanced in research, namely engineering. Cool. Next time I'm at 750. Pretty soon, I'll then go ahead and start the secrets one, I do believe. Okay, I don't want to activate that. Good. We have another planet here. This is a research planet. I said eventually for that. I want to grab this, but I'm concerned about alloys, so let's not do that. Instead, we'll come down here and just build up these for now with our ongoing pile of minerals. Great. And this science ship, I think, can't find its way home. Is that true? Yeah, it's idled, so we have to jump it home. Oh, it's idled in the sense of there's nowhere else to look. We've already scouted everything we can possibly scout, unfortunately. So instead of that, we'll go ahead and send this ship home to help with research on this planet. Good. And the other ship is being used to... No, this one's going to scan up this way. Good. So we have another ship down here. And are you also stuck or no? It is in fact stuck. Okay. So you return as well. Good. Good. So every time we go to upgrade the fleet... this is already larger than command limit. Person's command limit's only 36. Why is it so low? What are you doing? The micromanager, so... The micromanager reduces one's fleet command limit. That's annoying. Gotta fix that some more.
Discovered.
Also, we should be hiring a new governor to look after the new sector in just 1 second. But we've now learned about ancient driller drones. Got some drones we can put onto our ships. That would be good. And then, super cheap to go for soil remediation. Let's do that. Try to make some nice loamy, the word for it, loamy soil in which to dig, perhaps. Okay. Would like to find a governor for the frontier section. So, show me governators, please. So, Jonathan's looking after just one planet, which is very sad. He used to be great. Unfortunately, he does not have anything that's actually positive for governing. I do want to find someone who's making more electricity. Free alloy, cool. More food, nice, but not in this area. More trade value, faster blocker clearing, faster army making. More happiness, cheaper armies, trade value. Oh, on the council, more food. It's our first time seeing a mushroom person. And more trade value. And then we go outside of our current territory, trade value or trade value. So unfortunately, we don't have anyone we really want. That says, I will hire someone for now just to hold the spot. And then as the leader pool refreshes, we'll look through for someone who helps with energy. So I think I'm going to go with this guy for the free alloys. I think that's right. I think that's right, because the trade value of the place we're making right now is going to be so unbelievably low. Alright, hello to you, alloy guy. Thanks for the help. Over by 1, that's just fine. So go to our sector page. Show me the other sector, please. Oh, do you have to make it like a formal sector? I don't know exactly how frontier versus sector works. Some buttons somewhere I need to push to make a second sector. Let's edit sector. Team, I may need your assistance on this one, because I'm not entirely sure where the make new sector thing is. Anyway, more first contact. We didn't need to establish that around the black hole here, there's a Demanin freeholders. They are mass numbers inside of space stations. They fight.
Our presence in the galaxy has not gone by unnoticed.
This is one of the very first marauder groups that I've actually been afraid of by appearance. The many-headed Hydra. Hi-yee! More Dwarmoks! What you want, foolish Dwarmok? What happened to make your face look like that? Reactor accident? Vacuum exposure? Yeah! Look at you! We are Dwarm... Oh, it's Dwarmoks are the enemy. Domanins. We hunt Dwarmok. If you come to Domana turf, we make Dwarmok stew. Not good for you, yes he. Perhaps you know other Dwarmoks. Perhaps you want them to be Dwarmoks too. This can be arranged. Dwarman's not above fighting for Dwarmoks, it's other Dwarmoks. If price is right. I wish we called them Bob Barker. You don't like the voice in the face? It's a tiny little face. He's speaking on just this one. Whee! I don't know. If you want to record a better voice, I will play it on stream. Yeah, the brief moment of deciding what voice will I use, I occasionally don't think through quite hard enough. They're way down here, correct? I think we saw them earlier. So they should be a red area like that, but perhaps we haven't actually gone in enough to see them. Alright, good. So he said that if we go into the frontier sector, there's a sector button, thank you. Make ye a new sector called the Eastern Layer. And then edit sector to add other ones in. I think they're too far away. So if we want to have a third sector, it needs to include... So if I want to add these in a sector, it'll be up that way instead. So it really is just a sector of one planet right now. And that's fine. Alright, new sector. Here comes a leader for you. Good. I give you Noriyame, or instead Adventurous Spirits, Resilience. Nah, that's not important. There we go. The unpause sector form first? Okay. Has the sector now formed correctly? I see it has auto expand on. Yeah, let's see what it does. I'm okay having the frontier out there also. The frontier has no open jobs and needs more happiness also. Okay, so people are unhappy, unemployed, lack of housing. We have a decision to help with this. We're going to send the bunk beds out. So now I have a bunch of housing that will help. We can also have a decision to send luxury goods, which will help with immigration. We've already done that. Already done that one. Can't help with that. If I build additional city, will that eventually give me one of these? Yeah, so city district, we'll open this, then we can make amenities, and that will help heal this place. The other one, which is an absolute mess, has no special bonuses. I'm going to destroy the crystal plant and replace it. Well, destroy that one too. We need to build some more cities. Get some open slots. That'll be good. Vartavar Station is not part of the trade network. Vartavar Station. Oh, is that what this sign here means? Unrelated trade network. Thanks for noticing that. The trade overlay to help with this. Oh lord, trade overlay. Search, go to, help, main menu. Oh gosh, trade. Detailed map mode. Nope. Hyperlanes, unions, empire, diplomacy, intel, opinion, AI attitude, neighbors. Well, trade routes. Hey, I found it. The arrow's here. Okay. So I need to connect this thing to the other things. How? I don't see an add button, unfortunately, but I do see it's not included. Is it because there's no path to it, maybe? Or left on Vartavar and then right on closest station. Okay. So click into you. Hello. Oh, it's connected already, so what's unconnected here? You? The right click does nothing, unfortunately. Oh, closest connected station. Okay. Station on overworld map. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the buttons. Alright, so left click here. And then find the nearest connected one. Here. Hey! Hey, we did it! Alright. So it is coming online. However, there's a bunch of piracy right now. So I need to put a fleet over there eventually to help with that. All of our money is being lost. Oh gosh, it's alright. We'll get this one over here eventually.
Construction complete.
At least it's no longer showing the red bit there. The political frontier. Established factions and fledgling movements alike have taken an unusually keen interest in our colony in the eastern layer. From the moment we announced settlement of the modest moon, nearly every political voice in the trepidatious church had something to say about it. The analysts don't suspect anything truly radical is taking root on the eastern layer, but they advise some caution. It's clear our various political entities intend to campaign vigorously on this burgeoning world. We believe in political discourse, allegedly. Allegedly. So ethics shift chance more than usual. Fertile ground for campaigns by various factions. Workers' rights are fine. I just need you all to keep working in the mines. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a moat here. We don't know how to get moats yet, unfortunately. Science ship, sciencing still. Yeah, they're working their way there as fast as they can. Only 90 days till it runs out. Can see when you'll get there exactly. Okay, this says it's moving. They arrive in 521 days. Good, 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 good. Oh, you know what? There's stations here. I bet one of them is shipyard, isn't it? Didn't even think of that. So, Gloass Station here is far side. I need to change that name so I know what it is. Vartavar's the one up here. Vartavar, can you make me a science ship real fast? 57 seconds. I probably will not get there in time still, but I should have thought of that instead of jumping it all the way over. Magnetic Miracle. The strong magnetic field around the eastern layer has been affecting computers on the surface recently. Oddly, this effect is not merely random interference, instead computers are actually working more efficiently than they should be. An outside force may be lending a helping hand. I got my Game Genie going, got myself some cheat codes active. The eastern layer is not for research though. What on earth is going on? That's not what I need. So should I take advantage of that by trying to put research here then? Or do I just ignore it and go hard on energy still? This is not what you've been chosen for. What are you doing?
Ships upgraded.
Game Genie is a show of our age. I love the Game Genie. I like looking up those codes in Nintendo Power, I think. I agree that 5 years is not very long, and so changing the whole planet for 5 years would not make a lot of sense, unfortunately. So all the deficits in consumer goods are coming from these worlds over here that need continuing expansion. So build a city so we can build... It's already building, sorry. I'm building a city so we can build
Technology discovered.
more amenities, and then we'll probably have this place become more and more industrial. You'll see we have so many minerals, and we can convert those into alloys. I just need to do it at some point. We've learned about better reactors. So what comes next? The Energy Nexus. It's going to cost additional gases. No, clearly moat stabilization so we can harvest one more interesting rare resource.
Construction complete.
So many military upgrades. Okay, build this now. Okay, we need to find more places that have a bunch of energy. So this one does. We've learned all about clearing blockers.
Ships
Cool.
upgraded.
Look at those soon. Capital buildings give more resources from their jobs, but cost a little bit more, or more food, or crime goes down. Let's do crime goes down, I suppose. We have clearer moral codes for everyone. Political discourse on the eastern layer. The political scientists have been observing the layer with keen interest. However, despite feverish campaigning and a lot of fuss in the media, they forecast a fairly typical outcome for the colony's political future. Our researchers note that no news amounts to good news here. Despite what some fringe elements in the society claim, there are as yet no signs the eastern layer is being modeled into a hotbed of autocracy. Democracy remains the founding principle here for now. Is it good? Or let's try to make it crazy. Nope. Good is fine, thank you. Good is good. No changes needed. Okay. Our early industry worlds here. Now that we have a food planet, I'm going to begin removing the food production on this and replacing it with just more industry to really increase the amount of alloys and consumer goods we have going. So let's go and get rid of food processing building and replace it with, thinking maybe our alloy foundry. Or can only have one of those. Maybe can only have one of those per planet. Yeah. For right now, let's leave the buildings as they are. Upgrade that though. And then yeah, replace these with additional industry for now. Good. Block run Testudo also. What is being blocked? Impassable Mountain. Need more cash money. Oh boy, cash money planet needs population. So eventually the cash money planet will be producing a lot of money, and that will be totally cash money. The Korean regime up this way wants to do migration. I say no, because I believe it's the case. Yeah, their governing ethics are totally hostile to ours. they're tiny babies and becoming closer and closer relationship, but they're not going to be part of the Federation, unfortunately. I keep mentioning the Federation. I'm not sure it's ever going to come to be. I just need to believe it's possible, though. It's what's keeping me going, is the belief the Federation could be someday. Alright, speaking of which, yeah, you're maxed out. The humans are still increasing gradually. Peaceful traders here, you've also been vassalized. We need to fight a freeing vassals war. I think we're allowed to launch wars for that reason. I'm not going to actually do this. I just want to see if it is the case. I'm only seeing impose ideology. I'm not seeing liberate vassals. So may have to liberate from the vassal instead. I'd like to free you, ideally. Huh. Is there not a Liberate Vassals War goal? Or am I not? I'm fairly sure there was one. But I'm not seeing it. Any advice would be appreciated on that one, because I only have the Federation if people are independent. Okay, so a science ship has arrived here, so we can give them a boss of some sort. That said, we made the science ship only to try to rush to the scanning here. It's still got 90 days allegedly. Oh no, it takes 90 days to scan. I apologize. You need to start in 42 days. If I just move the little ship that could over to here. Get at 124, unfortunately. Brutal. Alright, let's move there instead. Actually, I'm going to destroy it. I apologize. I intended to use it, but we'll use the ones already heading this way, which is here now. It's working on it. Have it scan here instead. Good. Mid has secret fealty. Gotta get secret fealty going. And so, let's try to improve relationships with the other folks I think might eventually want to be part of us.
Technology discovered.
So the group that likes the most is this one. What more can we possibly do to get secret fealty? It's climbing. It's climbing. It's amenable to peaceful coexistence trading. So if it goes up by 1 point, yeah, at the end of this month it'll be excellent. As high as it can possibly go. We aren't even improving relations. I'll send someone there to do that. What kind of war policy do I have? So I was relatively sure I had a war policy that allowed liberation wars, but I may be wrong on that. Let's check and see. Yeah, war policy. Liberation wars. And liberation wars mean for their own interest, even though they run contrary to the interest of others. Unlocks the ideology CB. Okay, maybe ideology is how you liberate folks. Unrestricted means you can do anything you want to. It doesn't exactly say what I need. And defensive war is just defensive. So I think liberation's right. Maybe I gotta push my ideology to liberate our buddies. Hey, Starbase fortresses. Great. Cannot wait to upgrade those. Better minerals.
Ships upgraded.
Good, 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 good.
Ships upgraded.
Push out more of you fairly soon. Continue with the construction out this way. That alloy, free alloys delights me, for sure, for sure. And then more rare crystals. Liberation War may just be ideology war. Okay. I'm hoping once that group has excellent diplomacy, they'll swear secret fealty, and then be willing to fight in their own cause of freedom. Hopefully.
Technology discovered.
Thanks to the skill of our envoys, we have a favor with the associated planets. Hello. Hello to you. Is this group here? So, It is cordial, but showing us as excellent, and we have a favor from them. Now, I don't totally know how to use favors except inside of the galactic voting place. Support their independence. Propose secret fealty. Here it is. They are really, really not into it. If I use their favor, it increases it by 5. You'd have us betray our overlord? The trepidation turts? Maybe. We're just barely into excellence, so we should probably wait for it to climb even more. Can we see their relationship with their overlord? I don't think you can, unfortunately. Here be dragons. So you can see the starting conditions of other folks. Since time immemorial, the civilization has shared its star system with a formidable dragon. The mysterious creature's behavior sways between distant benevolence and haughty indifference. How the relationship will evolve as the planet dwellers take to the stars remains to be seen. Start with a space dragon. I think we should do all the starts of this game. They're all just absolutely delightful in their specificity and difference. Definitely a big fan of that. Okay, more physics, more good. Let's do those gravitatic sensors, just because it's cheap to do real quick. Okay, I'm interested in trying to get the other one of their vassals on Team Resorty. So, the human concordant is the other one that's coming our direction and should be down with us with their xenophilia. Yeah, unfortunately, our vassals are still xenophobes. I wonder if I can espionage my way into changing their ideology. Skill operatives spread our version of truth, undermining relationships. No, that's not what I need. Diplomatic incidents, weak links to diplomatic establishment, cause embarrassment. No, that's not what we need. We need some way to make them believe in what we believe in. Probably a vassalization treaty condition that will start changing them in some way, but later. For now, we're looking for Federation builders, I believe. Maybe the peaceful traders. Any of these xenophiles feel about right. They are also vassalized to different people. Let's go with the humans first. Hello, humans. Improve some relations. I'm going to shift this one over. Tiny babies, soon you'll be mine. If I'm there with my vassal, can I have them change their ways with building? Oh, you're absolutely right. I haven't done much with the buildings you can build on our planets. Building the capital, I believe. I think I have one building right now that's helping them with something. There it is. You have an aid agency, which helps their loyalty. As of right now, I believe they're fully loyal again. Yeah, fully loyal again. Good. Good. Is ruling the humans with turtles as an overlord an achievement? If only. I really want a federation of planets, though. We're not the overlord, we're just one folk cooperating with them. How do I change their ideology? The assembly complex, planet builds faster, overlord garrison. This is crime goes down, satellite campus. We turn consumer goods into research points for both. I don't think we yet have anything that changes their ideology, unfortunately. The Ministry of Truth. Unity into influence the overlord. Science, extraction, energy, acquisition, the Emporium. Shopping malls everywhere. Yeah, I don't think I see the one that I'd like to use. I mean, it's not read quite quickly enough. Looking for governmental attraction in particular. But the university affiliate should be correct, but it's just not. Science, no. Ministry of Truth feels plausible also. But that just builds faster and get unity and influence. So no, that's not it. Hey, Wolfman, Turtle people are doing great. Turtle people are continuing to hide their territory, endlessly strengthening it as you do. As you do. Speaking of which, how is our starbase looking here? Also, we can go ahead and build up our moat pick up there.
Construction complete.
Good. Right. Must continue improving you. Get ourselves Star to hold. This is a fighting place, so build the big rampart. And I don't know past that. Torpedoes, guns. I don't know which is better against the current enemies. We'll see. I still don't have the recruitment officer. I still need to build a recruitment officer, which will give us one more leader pool size, and also will make leaders gain more experience. It just can't be here. I should go build it at my my capital. Keep ready to do that. Here, though, because this area could have a huge fleet come through at some point, I want something that slows them down and weakens them instead of necessarily destroys them straight away. So I'm going to do a communications jammer to keep them from moving through quickly. Hope it makes sense. Okay, our fortress world can upgrade a whole bunch of our adorable strongholds here. We still have not learned how to make the Betharian power plant. Someday.
Technology
Hello, Forge World. So Forge World here is producing alloys and one moat. I would like to get a source of amenities for now. We'll make a little hollow theater, which make everyone a little happier. There it is. We've now learned about how to have more minerals, more good. And nothing I'm looking for, but let's see. Civilian fabricators will consume minerals into consumer goods. Probably want one of those. Or the mega forges. Minerals into alloys. For now I need more consumer goods, so we'll go there. You have an opening also. Oh, and you're opening for a hollow theater also. As it's turning our new territories into an actually livable place. I have no idea what the other people are doing with it, but we're gonna make it nice for now. Back home, we're still at 49 pop. It's speeding along. Oh boy, it's going real slow. So only 60 months ago. Last time we looked at it was at 180 or so. 180 months. So soon and very soon. Soon and very soon. Energy Planet is not producing energy at all yet. Perfect. Perfect. So how's the population growth here? It's producing some Zri. That's fine. I don't think Zri have anything terribly special about them that are useful, but then they fight extra hard, possibly. Alright. We have possibly listening posts to check out our folks. Experimental subspace breaching. Solitary science ships can break out of the naturally occurring hyperlanes and navigate to known but otherwise unreachable spaces. Absolutely yes. We can now do more science across the world. That'd be cool. When I say the world, I mean the galaxy around us. Okay, I'd like to go and buy additional gases. How much money have I spent on gases?
debris analyzed.
Far too much. Okay, so this science ship is getting the debris knocked out. Is there still more here? Yeah, a little bit more there. Get that too. Oops. Construction ship building again. Food. I may need another fleet. to hold some more, or I need to find some kind of upgrade that allows you to have
Construction
larger
complete.
fleets overall. Haven't quite gotten there yet. All right, finally, more moats, more good. I believe we are pods on moats, pods on crystals, pods on artifacts, all great. Also, we're pods enough on artifacts now at 750 that we can do the next Erasean quest. But first, our pirate captain comes forward. Word of the welcome we extended to Lister Singh is spread across the galaxy. Outcasts, scoundrels, pirates of all stripe view our nation as open to all, a place where anyone can start over. Lessitor is playing on all this and enjoying his newfound fame, has invited former acquaintances to join us. Many have answered the call, looking for a new, better life. If the pirates are giving up their piracy, I'm okay with that, I think. So they are welcome. We get 4 pops. I don't think I know any of these. Or turn them all away. Of course they're welcome. And they all come to my capital, which means we now have more than 50 population there. Good. Welcome, weirdos. We can now level this up, which gives access to a new building slot so we can make our Ministry of Culture finally. Can I see the weirdos here? Show me the weirdos. The Penthulon, bird people. They are like in the mountains. They're intelligent researchers, which is very good for this planet. They are thrifty, more trade value also. Again, great for this planet. And conservationists, so fewer consumer goods needed. However, they die quickly, and they're pretty ugly to look at. So no doing entertainment, you strange raptor creature. Next up, the Pictlings. Who's a cutie? Who's a cutie? Yes, you are. They're like the tundra. They're good and have ability everywhere. They live even longer. They don't use too many goods. They dislike unity, and they want to be left alone. But look how adorable you are with your little teeth and your bizarre many, many ears, possibly. The Pictling. Who are the other new ones? The Trackpokian. Again, Alpine preference. Doesn't mind being part of this community. Talented leaders get more unity also. They're not good at fighting, and they're decadent, so happiness goes down. And then lastly, there's these strange creatures. The Savannah preference conform. These are not the same ones, I'm sorry. This is a 3. We should have only one of the other thing. This one up here. Slug beasts. Wait, the slug beasts have a what's that called? Like farmers put in their mouth regularly. A stem, I suppose? Why does the slug beast have a stem in its mouth? Are you farmer, Malskoid? Indeed, they are agrarian. They're interested in being farmers. So I'm not going to do forcible resettlement, but I hope they find their way to the food planet before too long. That is fantastic. Fantastic. And we have one human also. Hello, one human. Lovely. Lovely. Alright, cool. What a nice collection of people we're getting, and I'm really pleased to see how that goes for us. Okay. Let's clear more tile blockers. All fine. Today, things are getting done. The planet of Redderbach here, which is where our vassal capital is having low stability. Stability under 25. So the pops are rising up. They're very unhappy. Overcrowding, in fact. So, wait, this is indeed... Oh, am I in charge of this planet now that I put a holding building there? I thought that my vassal would continue building for themselves, but they just haven't done so. So, here, let me build you some houses. I apologize. Okay, I'm not allowed to do so. So I can't build here, it's their issue instead. Maybe I could just send them some money to help out. Here. Have a one-time 1,000 pile of cash. Good luck. Okay. Friends, the ad break is coming right now. I'll go ahead and do one more ad break while we do a little crossword puzzle. On the other side of that, a bit more Stellaris. Probably stream another half hour or so today, and then we'll be on our way. Tend to stream a little less on Saturdays, my wife's home, but gonna do one more round of this. Alright, we're working our way through the downs right now. There's something I don't fully understand happening in this, but we're getting closer and closer and closer. So, promise. I would say it's an oath. So, corpus for Uvro is incorrect, but oath seems pretty likely. Feel bad. Feel bad with an I. Cooking hot water. So there's boil. There's bain-maries. There's hot water. Also, poach. Poach is that. Blank gente está diciendo. Many people are saying. So it's mucha gente, I believe. Iconic Fender model for short. That's a Stratocaster, the Strat. Periodic concern. Periodic concern is PMS. So about the menstrual period as opposed to periodicity on the chart of the elements thing. A friend of Romeo. Oh boy. I don't recall his name. Recipient of the 2009 Nobel Peace Prize. 2009. Gosh, what were we doing then? Is it Malala? Malala's often in this thing. She's a lot of vowels. But what German automaker starts with an M, if anything? Blank Extra, a soft drink. Is it Coke Extra? If so, the C in this spot. Pretty sure you know it's one the automaker. Or the Nobel Peace Prize. Not sure. Heavy duty. Heavy duty. Tough, possibly. Vodka alternative. Uh-oh. Okay, so donor's probably wrong. Well, not necessarily wrong. We'll see. So vodka instead. So 4 little drinks. There's gin. There's rye. There's port, possibly. Is a wine, though. Pass. Pass can mean like going past another car on the highway. It can mean refusing something you don't want. It could be like a hall pass, going from place to place. Can't think of that else right now. But like passing a course also. Rich coffee shop order. I believe it's me a mocha. So I guess the O is still correct. 8 meat. 8 meat. Okay, so I think we are removing the me's. So it'd be 8 at instead. So, irritated would be to eat at. With only 5 letters, not gonna work. I think we're in the right neighborhood. It's something about removing me's. Warriors forward Green, who is the NBA's 2017 Defensive Player of the Year. Is that Desmond Green, based on just the letters available? Nope. Draymond Green. This name feels very familiar. I think I might be right. I'm not sure, though. A company known for its pomelos. I have no idea. Tropicana. Award sweep that Viola Davis completed in 2023 as the EGOT. A Disney collectible. There's the hats, right? Mickey Mouse ear hats. Spanish-style house could be casa, which is a Spanish word for house. Oh, collectible could be a cell, like a single frame from a movie. He played Stringer on The Wire. Stringer Bell is played by Idris Elba. Idris Elba? Ebla? Maybe it's 2 L's. Idris Elba. Yeah, I think so. It's not? Not just shouting from the room.
It's spelled like the island.
Like the island of Elba, so it's only 4 letters.
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't play Stringer Bell? It was Idris then, I guess.
Because Stringer is his first name.
So Idris, good. Pointless. Inane, possibly, though I makes very little sense here. McDowell of Sex, Lies, and Videotape. I think it's Andy McDowell. Restored for publication. Could be like re-edits. Could be Censor's tropical evergreen cultivated for its seeds. Let's say cross here. Not sharing much is koi. So, are coconuts coconut seeds? I have no idea. They're not evergreens, I don't think. A piece of work. I'm not sure. Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, and Nkuti Gatwa, for example, in Greta Gerwig's Barbie. I know that Ryan Gosling is playing the role of Ken. Are they toys? Are they boys? Are they... I have no idea. Cleveland's Lake. That's Lake Erie for sure. Okay. So it's going to be Don't Look at Me. So 12 of the clues have an M-E in them that one can ignore. Aimed for the stars would instead be aid for the stars. So stars here probably means celebrities. Aid for the stars, like a personal helper. Looking for any other excess MEs. None there. A homely accessory can become a holy accessory, perhaps. With an H. Cross, censor. Not sure. Redial subject, perhaps. A dropped call. So though I know the clue, what's happening, I'm still struggling a little bit. So Ukes is correct here. I just misspelled Ukes for the guitar's smaller relative. But I think we're going to... rose tea is the drink with buds. So a holy accessory. A hobo? I have no idea. Place to get charmed becomes place to get charred. Some kind of fire? Food, maybe? I don't know. Whichever way, that's stuff for now. I'll figure it out off stream, probably. So we're going to play another 15 minutes of the game, and then I'll say goodbye on this lovely, lovely Saturday here. Noms and I have lunch with a friend of hers from the US. He's a Japanese fellow who has been saying he'd come back to Japan for years and years and years, and apparently has finally made it back this year after COVID. So I think Noms is pretty excited to see him. I've met him once before, so it'll probably be the two of them talking, and I will smile politely and eat my food, and that'll be fine. We're finishing out the diplomacy tree now. The important part of that is that we now have greater diplomatic weight, and one more free envoy, and one more ascension perk slot. And I don't know. Galactic force projection feels pretty cool. And it'll allow me to have some slightly larger fleets that we need to fill up a bunch more. Defender of the Galaxy. As star nations vie one another in petty disputes, sinister forces of unimaginable power are arraying themselves against all sapient life. Who shall protect us? Gosh, I will. I kind of want to go, gosh, I will. Eternal Vigilance. Make our star bases even stronger. We're never getting attacked. Galactic Contender. The fallen empires cling to the ruins of the decrepit civilizations, ever fearful of the younger and more dynamic races. Do more damage against various empires. Technological ascendancy. Their technology. No, I think I'd like very much to have a way to unify everyone. Believing that we're going to have some kind of wonderful, wonderful federation coming together. I got some doubts, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we have one free envoy now. So, I think there was one more positive group I'd like to make nice with. Continue pushing happiness. You're the ones I'm concerned about still. I'm suspicious of you too, man. Such suspicion. So are we making nice here already? Your favors. I don't think I'm making nice with you right now. Good. Pretty good. In a moment, I'm going to go through and look for more secret loyalty possibilities. the borders have reopened with the Adleron regime. So they're the ones who have been treating us very poorly.
Technology
I guess by saying that we should defend the world. Everyone believes in us now. So the borders open this way also. Huh. I'm a little surprised, but even the hostile folks are becoming friendly. Cool. Let's go ahead and do more mining station. Still have tons of minerals coming in.
Construction
Gotta keep
complete.
working on that.
Initiating communications.
Hello. They want embassies again. Everyone's team resorty all at once. Hey, we got 2 pops here. One's a turtle person. One is a fire person. It's all coming along nicely. There's probably no point in expanding anything else, but maybe in a bit. Back at home. The upgrade is still going. 814 more turns, or ticks. The artisans would like to continue having us patronize them for 3,000 monies. We're very close to that, so I'm happy to sell something to get us there. Namely, of a big old pile of rare crystals to sell. Good. Okay. I'm going to mark the blockers to remove here, also forget to do so. Especially now that we have the money for it. Down to under 100 money. Should probably wait a little while for that to come back in. We found some more debris to remove, and I think that's all for now, unfortunately. Oh!
Special project.
Wait, what is
complete.
desiccated here? We have a, oh, we just have an archaeology site hanging out. I did not realize we had archaeology sites in our territory. But cool. I would very much like to go check that out with, one of our science ships. And one of them is doing nothing right now, so that seems like the kind of thing that should go do some science. I remember now. When this archaeologist finished their prior archaeology job, I said I'm going to send them over to the new one, and then totally forgot to do so. So, more archaeology story time soon. The Zrian sovereignty has declared war on the Galactic Zirian Combine. Is this another case where our... Yes, indeed! Another case where our vassals are losing territory. Apparently this is how we're going to gradually incorporate absolutely everything into our territory, is by helping our vassals fight their wars and winning it for ourselves. Now, that said, what is this? Okay, this is the recently liberated folks. So how do we best get there? Our nearest armadas are down here still, I think. Okay, we actually have an armada up here instead. I'll have them upgraded, then shift down to help out. They'll probably just cut through here. But once again, we find ourselves into a war we did not choose. That said, the Combine is doing such a terrible job of maintaining their empire that I'm okay with it falling apart step by step by step. So 10,000 strength there, and I think that's our only fleet currently. And that's just fine. So our other fleets are way over here. And is that it? I should have another fleet somewhere. Okay, one's here. It's been weakened terribly. Got to keep building that one back up. And the snapping squadron, our main fleet, is, yeah, way over there. Okay, I'm going to move one of these two over, I do believe, after I get some more upgrades. So happy to see the allies are going up. That said, as we undock, the energy credits become a slight issue. That will get fixed eventually. Good. For now, though, I think it's probably say goodbye. Oh boy, a request for more science. So we'll give them more science, and they'll give us some too. I'll take that trade. More friendship, more friendship. But, like I said, I think that's it for me today. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you had an absolutely lovely day. It was a good time indeed as we very slowly expanded some more. Next week, more Stellaris for sure. Got to continue playing this playthrough. We're reaching the point at which something must be done. Either we need to just continue building our military in preparation for the eventual engagement with the endgame crises, or we need to find a way to make a federation. Whichever way, we'll see how it goes on Monday. Hoping for the federation. Got some concerns though. We'll see. Again, thank you for being here. Hope you had a good day. Have a good weekend. See you on the other side. Goodbye. Appreciate you.